What's up, Overtakers? It's that time again. Drag racing. How good's that? Radial racing, even.
Kenda. Time for Kenda. I love Kenda. Great time of year. Well, a few times a year.
Yeah.
But we love getting out to the Kenda events. The guys out there are amazing. The whole drag racing family are always very welcoming. And we just love it.
Yeah.
So
We've got Radial Redemption.
yeah, well, I reckon we just jump straight into it, mate. Let's get into some action.
Yeah, let's go.
Andy, I grabbed you today, mate. You can't not come out here and see all the spot-on performance shirts and spot-on performance cars. Mate, there's obviously you guys have got a good coverage out here of cars. Mate, give us a bit of a rundown. How many we got out here?
I think today we should have about 6 or 7 cars racing across the fields.
Not a bad effort, mate.
Nah, pretty good, mate. We're very family orientated, so the whole idea here is, the blokes and the girls like to come racing, but bring your family along, mate. You have a look around, there's plenty of kids here, like, with all the spot-on shirts on.
I've been told you cook the best feeds as well.
Oh, that's Jamie, mate. He's over there now with the barbecue. He takes that. Keep people fed and hydrated and they have a good time,
Yeah, no, it's awesome. It's a good environment, and there's so many spot-on shirts running around. I think that's cool to see as well. So
yeah, again, we've been going 10 years now, and mate, it definitely wasn't like this when we first started. We had a single easy up, and we've built something into this, but we can't. Me and Danny don't do this alone. This is everybody that chucks in and helps and does their part, mate. And it's grown together,
And last night you had the spot-on performance $2,000 small tyre shootout. Now you were up there, but you got knocked out, mate.
Mate, that's racing too. Win or lose, it's fun, mate. And especially when it's close, tight racing. Like for the people at home watching on your live feed and here watch, like, mate, you never know who's going to take that win light, And I guess at the end of the day, that's why we keep saying more bums and seats adds to the atmosphere. So people at home that aren't racers, you got to get down, you got to get trackside and witness it, And so many people even last night said, Jesus, some like 470 cars battling it out, And mate, anyone can take the beams. Adrian made it to the final with a 5.0 car,
Yeah, and the pass for yourself between yourself and Sean.
Yeah.
Like, get the heart pumping for a spectator.
Mate, tell you, like, being in the car, watching him get out on me on the 60, and then I grabbed that scramble button and pulled him in a bit. But, mate, good racing, man, and good fun, We get down the bottom end and we shake hands and hug each other and say, fuck, that's good racing, So.
But you're pretty happy with how yours is running?
Oh, real happy, mate. It's one of those things where, like I keep saying all the time, we're never here to swing with the fences. We always just take baby steps and creep up on it and And like I said, at the end of the day, we want to cut laps, mate. That's what we're here for, to do laps and enjoy the race and not swing for the fence and hurt it or anything silly like that, you know.
Well, I reckon at the end of the day, I'll be back past to share another beer with you tonight too.
Yeah, oh mate, don't worry. Tonight we'll have a few, that's for sure.
Good stuff, thanks,
Thank
mate.
you. Keep up the good work with you too, mate.
Thanks. All right, guys, here with Mitchell now. I've been watching you. Well, this has been around a while, this car, obviously,
Yeah.
but I've been watching you out of Warwick. You're already in a few of our videos.
Yep.
And now I'm watching you here this weekend. This is pretty off its head.
Yeah.
Mate, tell us what's running in the Camaro.
LS 400 Cuba, 80mm turbos, Paraglide, reed case, and a sheet metal 9-inch 35 splice.
Mate, it looks like it's putting down a fair bit of power.
It is. We're just a new combo. We're just going on it slowly. Eventually, you want to run a 7-second pass with a 4,000-pound car.
Wow, that's impressive.
It's up there. We weighed it the other night, and it was 3,800. No fuel, no oil in the auto, no tail shaft, and no water in the tank for the air to water.
It's a big, heavy car.
Yeah.
And what's the best time so far?
We've gone an 840 with it, with this combo. But again, we're only on 17 pound boost. We can double that.
Yeah.
So
Oh, and we just spoke to Andy. He said it's all about stepping it up, not
that's what
pushing
we're
it.
doing. Yeah. And that was the idea when we spoke about building it. He asked me what you want to do. I said, well, to start off with, I'd like to top qualify at Qd with a Class B run, 550, and then step it up slowly. And he goes, yep, no worries, we can do that. So yeah.
All right, now, not to jump in too much of the controversy, but we did have transmission issues last night.
Yeah.
Do you think it's all right today?
Look, I've put through 20 litres of oil in 2 passes.
Yeah.
Just kept draining it. Drained it this morning, and it's a red colour. So hopefully it'll get us through today. After the qualifiers, I'll dump it again and put another new lot in.
And you'll have to pull it apart.
Box will come out. Brand new box. It'll have to come out and be rebuilt again.
$9,500 you just put into this?
Yeah. Oh, what, the gearbox?
The gearbox.
Oh, the gearbox. Yeah, it was 10.
There was 10
So,
grand in
yeah.
that alone.
Yeah.
Wow. So hopefully it's all good, mate. We'll keep fingers crossed for you.
No worries.
It smelt really bad
Oh
yesterday.
yeah. When I drained it, it was smoking.
Okay.
It wasn't steam. It was smoking, and it was black.
Well,
So
we'll be watching you today, mate, and you have a great day.
Hopefully we go all right.
Thank you. Thanks, Mitchell.
No worries. Thank you.
back out running the Gemini, mate. We haven't seen this one out on track for a little while.
Yeah, no, it's we haven't been out since about February. We did a little bit of damage in February and just taking our time. We haven't been able to get back out for a while and sort of, got it all repaired and a few little updates on the thing. So we'll see if we can go a little bit quicker.
Well, we can see what it was before when we've checked out this car before in one of our videos. We'll put a link up here somewhere on the screen. People can have a look at that. But there's a few changes since then.
Yeah, we've got an intercooler on the car now.
Yep.
So hopefully we can get colder intake charges. Previously the charges were out of control. So
Yeah, right.
colder intake charges should make a little bit more power and see if we can get down the track a bit faster.
And what are we running in today?
Outlaw 235. So it'll be interesting. 109 cubic inches up against some of the 570 cubic inches. So. But they were all on the same tyre, so that's the deciding factor there.
And this thing goes hard anyway, so we've seen it go down pretty quick before, so it's certainly going to hold its own. It's lightweight as well, right?
Yeah, it's pretty light, little Gemini. Quickest half track's 5:33, so but some of the 235 cars are getting in the high fours now, so it'll be a little bit challenging, but it'll be fun.
It's all about the run on the day. We've got the headwind, as you mentioned before. It's all a bit different today, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right. And you've got to get those little 235s to hook up. So those big cube cars with all their torque. Hopefully we might see a few of them come unstuck when they're beside us today.
No worries. It's a sponsored car as well. You want to give them a shout out?
Yeah, Penrite's been helping us out with the lubricants for this car. Flawless, great products. So great help. Check out their site. Penrite's for every car.
Thanks, Steve. We'll see you out on track.
Cool. Thanks.
Steve, we've come to have a look at a bike, mate. Now, it's been a few years since I sold my Harley, but I reckon this one might be a little bit quicker.
It is rather quick. It's one of the quickest twin cams in the country. It is only 106 cubic inches, but it's a well-built engine. Makes over 160 horsepower and has run a quarter-mile best of 984,
Wow.
which makes it the quickest competing twin cam in Australia.
Mate, that's impressive. Now, you don't mind getting out on the 8th mile then?
No, I love the 8th mile. You can get like any racing is it started and won in the first half of the track. So 8th mile is good fun, and especially these Kenda guys, they put on a great track. So there's no issues with traction whatsoever.
So it's just twist that throttle and hang on at the start.
Balls to the wall, mate. Just send it.
Mate, you've got a few sponsors on here as well, mate.
Yeah, we've recently just signed Playfall as another major sponsor. Michael Cook, great company, and it's good to be working with him. We have Burley Bars.
It's pretty well known.
Oh yeah.
And,
Good bunch of guys. Wrench Devil Cycles build my engine,
Right.
and Pro Cycle Dyno tune it.
Okay. And we could find links for all this on. Do you have a page for Day Family Racing?
Yes, we've got a Facebook page. We also have Instagram. We've taken this bike from basically a street bike to just full-on race bike.
Yeah.
We started racing it went 1180s, and yeah, we've just gone quicker and quicker.
Have you got something that you're aiming for today? Is there what would you like to hit today?
I would like to get a very low 6.0, 8th mile.
Yep.
If I can do it. If I can't, I'll just be happy to be out there competing.
Mate, that sounds impressive. It's good to see the bikes out here on all the radial bikes as well. And mate, this is not the only bike. You race a few different other classes as well, or on this bike?
On this bike, I usually race modified bike.
Yeah.
And yeah, just give it to all the Bussa boys and the Jigsaw boys. I usually put them off when this thing's on the two-step because it's quite loud, and yeah, they end up red lighting a lot of the time. But it's always good fun running against them. They always telling me how I should get a real bike, but you just can't beat the brute torque of a Harley.
Mate, I love it, and I reckon that's a good point for us now to cut to you on a two-step and show everyone how loud it is.
I think we can do that.
We'll see you out there. Thanks, Steve.
Well, guys, there's the wrap up, a bit of the highlights from Qd. We hope you enjoyed that. You got to hit that like, subscribe. What's the go?
Yeah, hit the bell and get notified when we upload a new video. There's plenty more drag racing coming in the channel. Well, you had your first go recently. That video is still sitting there, and
Yeah,
we've got a couple
then,
more coming up. So
then we've got some build stuff happening. So we've got a bit of work happening to the ute, get it ready for the drag strip again. So that's all happening,
Yeah.
and no prep action. There's heaps coming up. So make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss any of that action.
yeah, something with this car too, maybe.
Yeah, possibly. And then also jump on, grab yourself some merch and support the show. There's some new stuff coming soon. Designs are in the works at the moment. So let's hopefully.
Yeah, and if you're down south too, head on over to the Qd Facebook page because potentially there might be something going on with Sydney.
We'll wait and see. Anyway,
We'll see you in the next one.
stay in that rocket lane.
Killing frustration, we're doing it all to survive the night. Oh, when you fight against the time and you're about to lose your mind, it's easy to cross the line. There's no answer as to why when you look down.
What's up, Overtakers? We're back. Another week, another episode 68, and episode 14 of the podcast,
14. We're
I think.
getting there. It was, now I've forgotten his name. It was awesome. I should have given him a shout out. I've forgotten his name. I'm bad with names, but he said, I listened to your podcast. We were out at the road trip, Test and Tune.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you weren't
That's
there
the
for
first
that
time hearing that.
conversation?
No, I wasn't.
No, we were sitting up with the fire. And he's like, I listen to you guys
okay.
on podcasts. We're like, wow, someone on the podcast. That's
There you
cool.
go.
So, good job for you guys out there on the podcast. And welcome to everyone that's here live with us. Of course, we've got a few.
Mm-hmm. We do. We got 36 at the moment.
Woo!
Trevor Smith, Lynn Hamilton, Chris Young, Crazy VN, Muff, JRM, Rob. How we going? JRM and Subi Dynamics. Paulie in the chat. Adam Geary, James Bayless, Matty Crick, Johnny's Kid Pig, Gary Sparkplug, of course.
Oh, up
Steady
there.
Fab,
Hey, guys. Sorry. I didn't
FMR
call that.
Salt, Scotty's All Aussie Adventures,
Hey.
Dave Ray, Scott Sherrington, Shane Kane, and Dang Dang. There's probably more that I've missed. If I've missed you, comment in chat and I'll get your name.
Yeah. there you go. So shout me out, Tyler. I was going to say, it's sometimes you say like a number like that, 36. And you think you could say, oh, that's not many people, but if you had 30, 40 people out in a room, and someone said, hey, you got to get up in front of everyone and do a talk. There's only 30 or 40 people out there. You'd be like, oh.
Yeah.
You get a bit nervous, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it was the same thing when I did the Linux conf a while back. They said, oh, you got to introduce people, and you're in the main auditorium that seats 1,000 people.
It's not too bad. You did well.
Yeah.
And then, and the same, right? Some of the videos, you go, 5,000 people, just watch that, or 10,000. If you had to get up in front of that many people, you'd be like, ooh.
Yeah. Steve Wild, thank you. $20. A
There you
small
go.
donation might
Thanks,
get you a
Steve.
few bottles of Coke for the next live stream. Great to see you at Warwick. Thanks, Steve.
That was great. It was, we really enjoy getting out to Warwick, so it's been pretty damn awesome out there. They really look after us out there. Warwick Dragway, hats off to those guys. They make us feel like we've been part of that track forever. Like we feel so welcome out there, and I think anyone does. It's not just us. I think that's just the environment out there. It's really good, really good. And we were talking about it earlier as well. Weren't we? Just really relaxed atmosphere. Even in racing, it's pretty relaxed and
I don't feel pressured at all.
correct. Yeah. So sorry, my phone's going off in the background.
It's all right, we can't hear it.
No, it was vibrating. So,
We did have a question before. I'll quickly do a couple more shout-outs. Mad Dad, g'day. Andrew Phillips, I'm just browsing, thanks. Matty Crick asked before we went live on the show here tonight and said, how was the Centura? How nice of Greg to give you a run in the Centura.
Amazing.
And how was
made
it?
my day. Absolutely made my day. The boost in that, and took me 4 or 5 runs, but eventually put it all together and got it right in one run. Tyler didn't put any of the times in, but
I forgot.
yeah, I think that was a 770. So ran a 7.7 in that last run, and I short shifted, and the shift light hadn't even come on in between. So Greg had been out there running some 6-second passes in it already that day. So it's a bit quicker than what I could drive, or what I drove it. But yeah, I'm sure if I had a couple more runs, we would get a bit quicker and bit quicker. So, but it made my day, and guaranteed I've got the bug for drag racing. So, there you go. So, what else we got in the comments going on? We've got a few rolling through.
The Hoff's here. G'day, Hoff. Andrew Phillips says I'm all about free samples. The Hoff says you never liked my free sample.
I was supposed to head up to the Hoffs and give him his interior pack still sitting here. I was going to pop up there yesterday because I think Rob and Ricky and were up there at Cleveland Exhaust doing a tune.
Okay.
Car. Something running around 1,400 horsepower on the dyno last night.
There you go.
Just a little tune up. So,
Well, I'll tell you what does need a little tune up, the Skyline. Need to get it checked over and see what the tune looks like. So I have no idea.
Yeah, yours should be easy. Haltech.
Hopefully. Hoff will let me know. Is it going to be easy, the Haltech?
Yeah, but it probably easier and more enjoyable than LS for him. So, but what were we talking about? Warwick, Centura, spoke about that. Was that it? Did we get through all that?
I think so.
What about
I
the
don't
video?
remember.
You had the trailer on at the start there, the video from
From
Finance My
Finance My Ride.
Ride.
So full announcement this weekend.
I like that music. We need that music for that video for every show. Hey, that's just how it should start. But you get over and check out Finance My Ride. Actually, you said, what are we doing this weekend? We're probably doing some sort of live stream for that.
Probably.
And a video release.
Mm-hmm.
So be on over on Facebook World on FMR. So Team FMR, check those guys out, or check us out, those guys. But, check us out over there and have a look at what's going on Salt's done all the work on that. So I just hang around and just take all the credit in the background. So,
G'day, Jay-Z Life. Liam's in the chat. How you going?
Hey.
Hoff says, what ECU on the Skyline? It's a Haltech Platinum Pro.
There you go. So the Skyline had a bit of a run.
Yep.
Obviously. So you released the video of the Ute. That was from a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
Now the Skyline got out there and had a run at Warwick as well, because the Ute wasn't
ready.
Ready to go back. It was meant to be. We were meant to race at Willowbank on the 19th as well last month. That didn't happen. And then we were meant to back it up at Warwick on the 10th, and that didn't happen. And if we don't pull our finger out,
You might not be able to back it up for the 27th.
Yes.
Or the 29th. 30th, is it?
The 30th even.
I think it's the 30th.
It'll be the 30th. Friday the 30th. But we've got a lot of work to do. So fingers crossed. We're hoping that who is it? It's Craig's Automatics. Craig's Automatics is doing some work. Craig's Transmissions. They're doing some work down in Sydney. And we've had a few setbacks today. We've plans in place, but couldn't get a bell housing today. So 3-week wait on a bell housing. So now we're chasing a whole case.
Yep.
So need another case, but we'll see how that goes. And then as new, talking to those guys for a converter. Craig's hooking us up with something there. That's no worries. And then we're up to Armstrong Automotive to, I don't know, possibly a couple of all-nighters up there with Rob.
Yeah.
And we'll film all that as well. So we've got a lot going on. We've got that going on. The slab goes down for the shed on Monday as well.
Yeah.
So on top of that, we've got to...
Getting excited.
We've got to dig some trenches for some power and some plumbing this weekend in prep, ready for the slab to go down. But finally, it's been a long wait actually. So I would have liked to have been all done and dusted by now, but yeah. So
the Hoff says, if it's a Haltech, happy to finger it. I've just been debating on whether to get it tuned because I want to do E85, but then I don't know how far off putting it on E85 I am money-wise to whether it's worth getting it tuned now to get it checked up on, because I don't actually know what anything looks like. It's supposed to be running 18 PSI, but it runs 14.
Yep.
And things like that. I'm not too fussed about it not running 18 PSI, a little bit more longevity.
Yeah. So, but it probably
For
needs
now.
a decent look over.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bit to
High
do.
and low boost are the exact same boost and
Got to suss that out.
things like that. So
We got any more comments before I'll move through? We've got some slides there.
Mad
Superformance.
Dad, Jamie Knight's in the chat. How we going? Mad Dad says the Skyline looked good going down the track, but you couldn't get the smile off your face. Or maybe bet you couldn't get the smile off your face.
That's right. Yep.
I couldn't.
Having fun.
Spark Plugs Pyro Services donated $40, helping Dave turn an empty fire pit into an instant party.
Always. It's hey, he knows I love the fire. But Superformance. Shout out to those guys as well. Shout out to Finance My Ride. Shout out to Superformance. Shout out to Binder. I know where you can get that. Where do you get Binder?
On our website, overtakinglane.com.au.
Oh, what happened to the TV? Uh-oh.
Oh dear. Did you bump your cord?
I don't know what happened. Whoa. It just died. Something said no.
Maybe we'll be going without a slide tonight. Yeah, that's probably the plan, Aaron. Just get a full health check because I don't actually know really anything. I don't have any history other than word of what they've said. So But yeah.
Just keep it going, Tyler. Keep it
I'm
going.
just reading
while
the
I
comments
fix
here.
this.
Scott Sherrington says, got a built TH350 here that will handle the power and you can borrow if everything turns to crap, Dave.
All right, yes.
Johnny Skipig says the trouble with the Turbo 400 is that everyone is charging up to $1,000 for one and still needing a rebuild.
Yep. Yeah, it's costly exercise. It got dearer because we had a cheaper one, but it's in a container and it's stuck on the wharf, and we don't know when that'll come out. It could be.
It was a bit like
It could be today.
It was a
could be
bit like
tomorrow,
why I
could come out
switched the
tomorrow.
wheels on the Skyline.
Yeah,
they were stuck on the wharf.
It could come out tomorrow, and
You'll be fine.
Yeah, or it could be 2 months. They said.
Yeah.
So they couldn't give any sort of guarantee. So we couldn't go with that. So that was the end of that idea. So refund back from that, and we've gone. Look, it's a much better box that we've gone with, because now we've got 1,000 horsepower box out of Craig's Autos. So same box that's going in Picnic Media's burnout car. So exact same box they're building that as well. So, or the same box that's in Handful.
Yeah.
So yeah, pretty solid box, and it's got I will not be throwing anywhere near that much at it. So at the moment
not yet.
We don't even have 400 horsepower. Like, I don't even have 500 horsepower. It'll be probably less with that box in there, and then like you said, not yet. Well, then we've got to save back up again, but it will come. It will come. Well, at least maybe throw some NOS into it or something a little bit.
Rob says, broke the new laptop already, Dave.
Yeah, it didn't take me long, did it? Hi.
Mad Dad says Gremlin's in the house tonight.
So Binder, Overtaking Lane. There is some new products for Binder that we haven't got on the website yet, Tyler. So
I'll just add that to the ever-growing list of things I've got to do.
That's right. God, I helped with some of the products on the website. I did all right with some of that, didn't I? You just threw the photos and stuff up there, and I got the other bits done. And I put reviews on there.
Yeah.
Aren't you impressed?
I am. You've done well.
That took me
Shane Kane
4
dropped
months to do that.
$22.99. Thank you, Shane.
Oh, thanks, mate.
Legend.
Thank you, Shane.
Marv says it's got COVID. It needs self-isolating, Dave.
It does.
G'day, Centrelink AU. How you going?
Hey, Centrelink AU. Great name.
The Hoff says, Dave, if you were planning a Turbo 400 conversion before road trip, then you have more contacts than I do. That's a lot to sort in 2 weeks.
Yes. Yes, it is. Man, it is. All I can do is say we're certainly hoping that it's here by Wednesday. But I haven't heard that they've found a case today. But if they get a case, it'll only take them a day to build it. And then it's just freight from Sydney to here, which that can be a problem. But as long as it's here by Friday at the latest, next Friday at the latest, that'll give us
a week.
Yep. We'll have it done and over the weekend.
Yeah.
And then head to Mexico for some testing.
It's a long drive.
Yep. So yeah, we'll get the new products up on there. I don't even have them out to show, but we do have some new Binder products with some really top shelf Samba wax. So the new Samba wax is there now. So and that's top shelf. And maybe I'll we'll give the VE a bit of a polish with it before it heads off. So it's looking shiny to go to the workshop. Probably wrong way around, but oh well. I'll do it anyway just to show it off. And of course all the Schumacher products across on the website now as well. Everyone loves them. So it's good stuff. You won't be disappointed. And we got to do some stories. Right?
Yes. Quick couple more comments. The Hoff says box converter, tail shaft shifter converter, flex plate, gearbox mount, trans cooler.
Yep, got all that sorted. That's the list so far.
That's the list so far. There might be more. Centrelink AU says, can't wait to put an 80-inch TV in a shed to watch your live streams. Good stuff. That's about, how big is this one? Is that about
75.
75, close.
75, yeah. So, maybe I should put up some specials, and because I get some good ones back occasionally. Not the 80s too often, but on the sideline job of repossessing. Sometimes get some cheap deals. Anyway, Kenda, as the sun goes down in the distance on the radial event of Kenda. That's all I got. It was just
Okay. Well, they had to make a tough decision, but they have called off the November 12th to 14th round in Sydney.
Yeah, because we made mention that
around the borders. So
we've been making mention of there's an event coming up in November in Sydney, but there is no longer an event coming up in Sydney.
Yeah.
So look,
but still keep your eyes posted, because they did say that we are not done with the 2020 season.
They will do something.
So
those guys are amazing. The way that they organise and do events and everything as well. They've really got it down pat. They do amazing track. It's pretty next level sort of stuff.
Yeah.
And I hope to see a bit more action up here in Queensland, because it probably would have been hard for us to get to Sydney as well. We certainly couldn't with quarantines and stuff like that. There's no way we could quarantine.
No.
But I don't even know what flights to Sydney are worth these days. I'm guessing flights have changed prices and gone up and stuff. I'm guessing we can't get $49 flights anymore. Hey? But
$239. That's tomorrow, though. Oh, no, that's the 5th of November.
Really? There you go. You used to be able to get like $50 flights to Sydney. Those days are gone, aren't they?
Oh, $62.
62. So I told you those days are gone. They're going up $3. But I guess, we'll find somewhere to stay if something comes up down there and we can do it. But not if we've got to come back and quarantine. 2 weeks.
Yeah, it's a long time.
Yeah, we couldn't afford it. So we'll
I think I'd go stir crazy in a place with you for 2 weeks.
Nah. That'd be perfect.
The weekends are enough nowadays.
Jeez, come on, you did it for 20 years.
Yeah, but now I have a choice.
Yeah, no, but if we're there, I still just get to yell at you and complain, and you have to do what I say, right? I'm the dad. That's how it works. But yeah, what a great photo there from dragphotos.com.au as well, from Davey Reed. But Kenda, sad, but keep watching this space and see what else is coming for that.
G'day, Fex Death. FMR Selt says you can have the box out of the Maloo. I won't need it for 3 months.
Yeah, I'm not sure how that'd go.
Centrelink AU says I feel like putting a 350 Chev in a Prius.
Now, has something similar like that been done before? I think it has, hasn't it?
I think there's been an LS in a smart car.
Yeah.
And it does wheel stands.
Yeah. Sure, there's something done to a Prius, or it might be, or a Tesla. Well, mate did put an engine into a Tesla recently, didn't he?
Yeah, and then he's lost a lot of his subscribers.
Because he was an electric car
guy. Yeah.
Channel. Yeah.
No, I don't think he was putting an engine in this. That's a different one. I think, again, that's a different one again, I think.
Oh. There you
the guy who was the electric car channel was like swapping back to a gas car.
Ah, yeah. Okay. All right. Jamie Knight's not feeling the love. But there's probably more to the context to that.
Says don't start what you can't finish.
All right, we'll jump to the next story. Got too many screens open here. Now, we've made a bit of a mention to this one. So talking about drag racing, what is on is
the road trip.
The road trip. And what date is that on, Tyler?
The 30th.
Correct. Friday the 30th. So
the 31st and the 1st.
So it starts on Friday the 30th. It goes across the weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Big list of sponsors involved as well
Yeah.
on road trip, but and we'd read them all out, but we'll probably miss a few because we don't know them all. But it's run by Addictive Events,
Mm-hmm.
and he ran a really good test and tune meet out at Warwick on the weekend. We really enjoyed ourselves out there, didn't we? So
Yes.
it was very well run.
Yeah, I had a
And-
lot of fun. I did a fair few passes out there.
Yeah, I think it was
Like
well
I thought.
done.
I thought I did a lot of passes, and then we were talking to someone. What was it? 29.
Yes,
29 passes
He
he
was in
made.
the HZ. He was in the HZ. I can't.
Was it a tonner or
No, sedan.
sedan?
And he's I can't remember the. It was like he's a fitter and turner, and then it was a name on the side of the car. It was like heavy fitter or something like that.
Yeah, I can't remember.
Blue HZ.
Yeah.
Yeah, light blue. But yeah, he did like 29 passes. He was hot lapping that thing all day and had no issues at all. And I think he ran a PB as well. So he had a great day. But there was a lot of people really had a good day out there, and there was maybe 50 cars or something out there for the test and tune. And I think you'll find that there's going to be well over 100. I forget what the last numbers of road trip was. 100,
Yeah, I can't remember.
150 cars out there for road trip. So it'll be a much bigger event, and there will be some looks like some questions around spectator tickets. You'll see spectators at Warwick. There'll be no spectators at Willowbank. So you'd have to head out to Warwick for that one. So just the way it works. But there's no camping at Willowbank either, but there's camping at Warwick. Yeah. So, but check out the page on Addictive Events and get all the updates on there. There'll be other events, I'm sure. This won't be the only thing that Mick runs, but yeah, it's going to be good fun, and we'll see a few people out there. I would imagine Hoff's going to be out there, and Ethel should be there as well.
I believe so.
So
Hoff's asking Marv if he finished the Cressida for road trip.
got 2 weeks. Yeah, it's heaps of time. He's got to do a gearbox swap as well.
Mm.
But yeah, get over and like the page anyway. Even if you can't make it, get over and follow Mick and Addictive Events over there, because it's only the start of what's going to happen over there with those guys. And yeah, I would say get on board, because we'll do plenty of events over there with those guys as well. So we just enjoy everyone that goes out there, and it's just really, really well run. So we just want to be involved in anything that's done with them, really, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So we're there to help and do whatever we can do on the way. And I reckon, when it comes to us putting on any big events, we might have to talk to those guys too, because, we always worry about stuffing them up. He does a good job, so we need someone like that to get on board and run it nice and smooth for us.
Yeah. G'day, Mal. How we going?
Mal, g'day.
Centrelink AU's throwing out some crazy ideas for cars and reading through. Got another one, Top Fuel. I scrolled too far now. Top Fuel dragster in a 24-window VW bus.
Okay. That's full on. All right. So we're gonna drift away a little bit from drag racing at the moment, and we'll stick to cars and racing, of course. But there's some news at the moment out there.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it's the title of this tonight's show.
Is it?
Yeah, it is.
I didn't even know what it was.
It's around surrounding the Camaro, and specifically in Supercars, and obviously the slide on the screen probably gives it away. Doing up some renders because the Camaro is to join the Supercars grid in 2022.
There you go.
So the Chevrolet Camaro ZL1 will join the Supercars Championship grid in 2022 under the category's new Gen 3 rule package. Supercars and Chevrolet's parent company General Motors have confirmed that the American muscle car will take on its traditional rival, the Ford Mustang, in a new era for the sport.
Now, I think I've got some more pictures as well.
The current Commodores will race on in 2021 before the Gen 3 Camaros debut the following season. And current Holden factory team 888 is spearheading the project, having been charged with the design of the Gen 3 Camaro race car body by Supercars under the endorsement of GM. The IP for the race car will be retained by Supercars, meaning that other teams will also be able to race Camaros either by purchasing complete cars from 888 or by building their own. And renders of the Gen 3 Camaro supercar dressed in Red Bull, Penrite Racing and Walkinshaw Andretti Unite colours have been released by Supercars as part of the announcement.
You can find all that over on supercars.com. There you go. I lost my picture there for a minute. That was my bad. But
it's not the first time that the Camaros have competed in the Supercars. It was back in the Australian Touring Car Championship. Bob Jane won the 1971 and 72 titles in a ZL1. While later entries included Kevin Bartlett's famous Channel 9 back to Z28. And so it'll be interesting to see. Good to see. I guess it's sort of living on.
There's a bit of a comparison.
Because we did talk about recently that it was going to be possibly all over because Ford was just going to pull the pin if they didn't have any competition.
Now, a bit of comparison there on the screen.
Mm-hmm.
So we got the Mustang up the top and the Camaro down the bottom. Actually look fairly similar there, don't they?
Yeah.
But
Centrelink AU says, what are the mics you're using? Because they are pretty clear sounding. I think these are Rode Pod mics. Is that
they
right?
are Rode Pod mic. Yes, that's it. And running through the Roadcaster. So,
which I think you need this or one other like this to run these mics because they are XLS. Is that the right one? I can't
as long
remember.
as you got an XL, it'll run on any XLR.
XLR. That's the one, not XLS.
XLR, any XLR thing. It's not USB or anything like that, but
XLS is a file extension that I've been writing about 1 million times in some documentation recently.
There you go.
That's why.
XLR connections, but you can get adapters and things like that, I believe. But they are a really good mic, and they're not too expensive compared to some. These are around the 140, 150 mark. Enough still, but yeah. So there's the two cars on the
Streetcar
screen.
culture says, is Supercar still a thing? It is.
Yeah, just. Only just. It's just hanging on by the skin of its whatever.
Fexter says it's going to be funny when they get chopped by a Kia Stinger.
It's coming, probably. But anyway, the Gen 3 cars is what you're looking at there. That's the renderings of the Gen 3 Mustang and Camaro, because there's some changes for Gen 3, and that's what you were alluding to before, that he had the contract to do the Gen 3 Camaro. Someone would have the contract for the Gen 3 Mustang. Maybe we'll get to that in the next story. But the Gen 3 supercar is a different frame, from my understanding. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, because you've got the story and you may be able to. And I'm probably wrong. But it is a smaller frame, and there's some requirements around the Gen 3 car of retaining the doors and
they have
roof
they will have all the same dimensions as the road cars they are based on for all key body components such as doors, roof, windows and bonnet.
Yes, you have to be able to take that from...
Such components must be interchangeable with that on the respective road car, making a return to the category's heritage.
So trying to pull it back a little bit from where they were headed.
Yeah.
To being completely different.
Bring it back to that race on Sunday, buy it on Monday if you've got $150,000.
Yeah, it's not quite there because it's still a different car underneath because they all run on the same frame.
Yeah.
So essentially underneath it's the same car. But there you go. So yeah, 600 horsepower, V8 engine, of course. they've reduced the downforce.
Yeah.
Right.
Downforce reduction of more than 50% from the current levels, around which a new Dunlop control tyre is being developed.
Yep.
And that's really all I had there. I'm still trying to look through for anything more interesting to pick out. Marv says
They're
on
about
the-
100 mil wider, 100 mil lower as well.
Mhm.
So, and yeah, hybrid chassis, or hybrid ready chassis, I should say.
Yeah.
100 kilos lighter than the current Gen 2 car as well. So, it'll have the same gearbox, transaxle, dampeners, and rear suspension from the Gen 2 cars. But we'll know more as they're in development still, right?
Yeah.
It's not 100% right.
Mhm.
Any more comments there?
You scroll up. Centrelink AU says, okay, I'll have to have a look at them. Did the booms come with the mics? We bought the whole lot as a big package,
No,
didn't we?
No.
Oh, we were going to buy the whole lot as a big
You
package,
can buy
and
it
then we
as
bought it as separate stuff.
Yes, we bought it as separate stuff, and then our mics didn't turn up.
So we bought extra mics.
So we do have another 2 mics for bringing guests on.
Yeah. We just haven't done that yet.
Waiting for Hoff to come visit.
Jamie Knight says
That
Kevin
could get
Bartlett
messy.
put the Channel 9 Camaro on its roof at Bathurst one year. There you go. Little fact.
Yeah.
Paulie says, I watch one V8 supercar race each year and it's Bathurst. The rest can die in a fire.
The only problem is Bathurst started today. Bathurst was on today.
Okay.
Who got to watch Bathurst today? Because I don't have pay TV. Let's not
Didn't get
mention
to watch it.
the brands, but I don't have pay TV. So
Fexdes says Hot Wheels released the Stinger casting recently, so you can all get one.
yeah, finally.
Streetcar Culture doesn't even watch that. Could not give a shit.
If it was on free to air, they would have a much bigger audience, and I think they've lost a lot of people because they don't show enough on free to air TV anymore.
Yeah.
They sold all the TV rights away, and you've got to pay your $100 a month or whatever it is, ridiculous price for a paid TV subscription that's outdated, and in my opinion only, that it's an outdated TV subscription. It's what did I say? It's like ranked.
Influence in another car.
Oh, can you put that? Can we get that up? Can we get that on the screen?
I'll try. You keep talking.
Yeah, the current they need to update that pay TV model that they're running it on at the moment is so archaic that it's ridiculous, and it's like the ranked number bloody 12 out of 13 TV subscription services or something. Get with the times. I guess you've got the option to go with something that's sports only. I don't know if I want to go mentioning anyone and promoting any brands here, but there's a sports only subscription that you can go with, which is probably a better and cheaper option. But yeah, frustrated. I don't have any sort of pay TV. Well, I might watch your Netflix, but other than that, I don't have any.
Don't say that. They'll ban me now.
Yeah, you're done for. I don't have any pay TV, so it's just saved me a lot of money for many years by not having it. But means I don't get to watch Bathurst today, and that annoys me. So let's hope with the change of stations and stuff next year that it may see a little bit more on free-to-air TV. Bring it back to the fans, because that's where that sport belongs. What have we got? What do you got there, mate? Is that on the screen?
Yeah, it's on the screen.
Is that the FMR Camaro?
Yep.
There you go. Is that a prize coming up soon?
Maybe.
Maybe. Wait and see. All right, I'll go back to my next slide. And there's the Fords. Because not to leave the Fords out, we've talked about the The Chevys.
Rob says just watch the replay on Fox Sports, but we'll be watching live all day tomorrow at the workshop.
Rub it in. Sorry, I'm a little annoyed that I don't get to see it, and I don't want to pay for it.
Paulie says, Dave, get a free trial of KO.
I could do that. Probably have to do some work tomorrow, though. So
Streetcar Culture says, with all the thousands of dollars of YouTube money, you blokes make sure that you can get pay TV, drop in the ocean.
all this YouTube money.
If I made thousands in YouTube money, I'd probably have a 500 or 600 horsepower Skyline.
We'll get there one day. We will get there. Hey? YouTube money's there. We just got to get there. Hey?
No, I don't care if we don't make any money. It's for fun.
But we used to make nothing. Now we're making like $20 a video. And then tonight we've made, what, $60?
Yeah. Covers the fuel. I think it cost me.
Actually, that is a big point. We always said, wouldn't it be good if it got to the point where it didn't cost us anything to go to these events and do stuff? And I feel we're there.
Yeah.
We're at that point now that it's cost neutral.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I think it was like a $100 fuel trip in the Skyline.
Yep.
Probably would have been even more if I was on E85.
And the channel paid for your fuel.
Yeah.
I didn't pay for my fuel. I paid for my own fuel when I went out.
Second half of the trip.
Hang on, I drove the ute out there and paid for my own fuel. Hey.
I walked up to the counter and Mum says, "We paying for fuel?" I said, "Yeah, you are."
It's because Mum had my wallet and had the OTL card. I never would have allowed that. I was like, no, we need to save it.
That's what I've been telling you. We should reinvest it. Get more merch. We need more shirts other than these. I think we got some stuff coming. So
Tyler's got to draw it up tomorrow, so it's ready to release next week. So we're good to go.
Maybe. Streetcar Culture says having a business meeting live.
Oh yeah, why not? Why not? We love to share.
This is the Overtaking Lane AGM.
Everybody here's part of it.
Dave, you're on minutes tonight.
Oh no. Yes, that's a problem. But no, it's everyone here's a part of it, right? This is the close knit family on now. But Mustangs, we should talk about the Mustangs. There's the first look at the Ford Gen 3 Mustang, which will change a little bit.
Yeah.
But
looks a little closer to an actual Mustang now rather than what they had when they first came out. So
I think that it's not on that picture. I'll have to change pictures. But the wing, that rear wing, I think that's just a bit of an illustration at this point. There's no design for that yet.
Yeah.
So, but hopefully it looks a bit more like that and not like the ugly looking thing they got on it this year. So, but that's the renders of what the Gen 3 Mustang will look like in Tickfoot Racing, and the Kelly Racing colours are also available to see on supercars.com, and you can have a look at that. So go over there and check them all out. But it does look, I like the look of them. We'll see how it goes next year. It's a struggling sport. Like, I know there's a lot of money in V8 supercars, but I think they're still struggling. And then COVID and everything, I think they had better ratings during the E-Series, which was free on YouTube.
And Facebook and Twitch.
Yeah. Just saying. But there you go. All right. We got another supercar story?
I don't know. Do we?
One more?
Quick couple of comments. Paulie says Channel 10 has the supercars on Saturday and Sunday. Crazy VN says, okay, what if I come back into a family squabble?
Yeah, always. That's what we do.
Scotty S says reinvested it in a TH400, didn't you, Dave?
Yeah, no, unfortunately it's come out of the shed fund.
Streetcar Culture says, where is the scaffolding around your desk? Close it down.
Super to the rescue these days.
Jamie Knight used to do work for HRT. There you go. Ace
Wow.
place to visit.
That would be cool.
Dang Dang says Overtaking Lane AGM at my joint when COVID ends in the middle of summer so we can use the ski boat.
Oh, nice. Hopefully we can do it in the shed soon. We've got the shed build happening. I really want my shed. If you haven't noticed. Damn, I'm a slab.
Marv says the
Monday.
E-Series was actually
I
fun
don't
to
want to pay
watch.
for it because that's the cost of my shed is just ridiculous. But hey, we're gonna do an episode of what's in my shed on my shed.
Yeah, we can do that.
So we're waiting on another shed to get built to do another episode of what's in my shed because it's like a very impressive shed.
Yeah.
That one. It's in the build at the moment. Anyway, another Supercars story. Supercars coins, mate. Do you know about this?
60 years of Supercars 9 coin collection.
You going to get this for me? I've got a coin collection.
Yeah, so do I.
Do
Well,
you?
Paige has a coin collection.
Oh, there you go. I don't have any car coins. I don't think I've got any coins to do with cars. But I saw the other day there was an AC/DC box set, and I thought that was pretty cool. But now I see a car collection one. That's even better.
Yeah. There's also 60 years of Supercars 1991 Nissan R32 Skyline GTR coin there.
Oh, there
within
it
it.
is. It's only $15, mate.
It's probably within the pack.
It will be in the pack, yes. You get the coin on its own just for $15. That's a coloured 50-cent piece. Looks pretty good, doesn't it? Well, I'll get the HT Monaro one. Eh? There you go. They're on the they're at the Mint, obviously. The Mint. Royal Australian Mint, RA Mint.
I've got a comment already. Paige says, haha, yeah, I was going to say. Marv says you can work on your car, but you can't drive your shed, Dave.
No, but there's so many things I've been doing working on the car, and it's just a pain at the moment because I've got to, move the Commodore and then pull out the Camaro to get the Tirana out to get to the HJ. Except I don't have any of those cars, but it's a bit like that, right?
Yeah.
Move the Honda to the Prado to the VE to get to the HJ. And it's just a pain in the ass.
Salt's off. Salt's going. See you, Salt.
See you, mate. Talk to you tomorrow. Maybe you're busy tomorrow night. We'll catch up soon.
Mad Dad says, don't cry, Dave. You can still go drag racing.
That's true. That is true.
Well, only if the box is done. Otherwise, I'll be doing it all for you.
Well, as long as I'm out there, I love being out there. And camping at Warwick is brilliant because we get to camp right beside the track. And some people like to wake up with a view of a river or something, but I'm pretty good waking up with a view of a drag track.
Open the swag, and all you hear is
the tractor going down the track. Matty Loy on the tractor. So true.
Or the neighbouring track. Up next, we've got the bikes. Can you get to the pits, please?
Yeah, that's at like 6:30 in the morning. But I still don't mind. That doesn't worry me. All right. Holden's. Guess what?
Paulie says, when are we going to Warwick next? The 30th, 31st, and the 1st. We'll be there the night of the 30th.
Yeah, I
That's for
believe
road trips,
I believe Warwick's having some spectators. I don't know about camping. That may only be
for the participants.
Yes, but you can camp out there at any test and tune around. But we have got plans for next year for Overtaking Lane.
Drag day
out there. Well, it'll be a weekend because we'll camp and have a big fire and a party and whatnot as well, eh? So,
James Baylor says, ask Tyler if you can borrow the Mirage.
You get more track time that way. So, Holden, there's a new Holden coming, Tyler.
Brad's got it in the chat. Test 12.12.
Yeah, that's what you hear at 6 o'clock. Oh, mate. So, anyway.
Yeah, Holden to build a one-off 392 kilowatt VE2 Trib Ute.
Awesome.
Emphasis on the Ute.
An SS Ute. Everyone wants an SS Ute.
Holden's following up its much-loved Monaro CV8 restoration giveaway project with another two-door favourite, the Commodore SSV Redline Ute. That's set to be called the Tribute.
The Tribute. 525 horsepower, 6.2 litre LS3 V8 with a T56. I wonder if they need that T50. I could sell them one.
Yeah. Ring him up.
Hey, bro.
I understand that Holden's has been out of production for a little while, so you need one of these.
That's it.
Low Ks.
It is very low case on that box, actually. I don't know. I might keep it. I don't know. I might need the money to recoup as well. I don't know what I'll do with that. A few people have asked. Anyway, back on track. It is a second-hand Ute, this one, but it'll be. They did a Monaro a little while ago, so it is a giveaway, right?
Yeah.
Is that where we're heading with this? We probably want to talk about this.
Yeah,
Except
will
there's
be
going to be a new
restored
engine
and
in this,
restored
right?
and shipped to a winner. It's going to be a 6.2 litre engine.
Crate engine
backed
going in.
onto a T56 Super Magnum 6-speed heavy-duty manual transmission, which is rated to a whopping 949 Newton meters.
Mm-hmm. I don't know what clutch they're running. Some 20-inch bloody mags and some Brembo brakes. She's gonna look pretty good. So
And Holden has valued the Tribute at $80,000.
really,
Or more than any Redline cost new.
wow.
Mm.
There you go. Lounsey will give it away as well, like they did with the Monaro, and I think you can get some entries into it from buying AC Delco parts
Yeah.
or GM.
I think that's
trade
what it is,
parts.
yeah.
Yep. So, there you go. Another Holden.
Streetcar Cult just says, might have to road trip up and sink a couple of tinnies at the Overtaking Lane drag weekend. Test out my quirky Mazda.
Mate, that would be
Sounds
cool.
good.
That would be cool. We want to make sure there is when we do that drag day, there'll be a category for everyone. Whether you're in your Nissan X Trail,
Your daily,
your daily,
your race car,
your
your
race
show car.
your drag car, whatever.
Yeah.
There'll be something for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we need a powder puffs as well.
Yep.
You know, just something for everyone to get out there and have a bit of fun. Give away
Mhm.
some prizes. We can give away some, I don't know, some lights or something.
We can have
binder.
some. Oh, who knows what we'll have by then.
Yeah, we could have other products. If there's anyone else who wants us to test us products, and we'll see if
Mhm.
we're interested.
Yep.
Send us your products. We'll test them out. But you've got to be good. If you want to get on the site, we've got to use you. So that's it. Holden. That's the end. That's the last Holden. Is that the last Holden?
I believe so. We're on to a
Broke the slides. I keep breaking the slides.
return of the Chevrolet Camaro unlikely. New GMSV operation in Australia set to concentrate on pickup trucks and the Corvette.
So not only the end of the Camaros, no more Camaros from Chevy either. Not in Australia anyway. So GMSV obviously starting up, but they're gonna stick to their trucks.
Yep, in the Corvette.
In the Corvette, yes,
A much waited for Corvette.
the one that's coming, not coming, coming, not coming. Now it's coming.
Yeah. But soon it might not be coming. Who knows?
It's like that.
Paulie said, couldn't build the greatest ute in the world. No, this is a tribute.
Someone had to do that, of course. Crack me up. What was I talking about? I don't know. The Corvette. Cletus sold his Corvette pretty quick. He didn't hang on to it, eh?
Mm.
A couple of runs on it. It was like 2 episodes of Cletus and his flash new Corvette, blue Corvette, and then it sold.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I think he, there wasn't, like when it came to mods and stuff like that, it would just, there wasn't much he could do. And he already had some other fast cars and stuff, and it was, interesting. I would love to have one. I would certainly have one if I could have one. How cool
Paulie
would it be to
said
drive one of those?
GM told Holden to give back the deposits for the Corvette.
Really? It's hard to say what's going to happen with it. It's on, it's off, it's on, it's off. It's like a bloody yo-yo relationship, that one.
Yeah.
We'll wait and see.
Johnny
They're saying
Skid
it's
Pig
on.
says, yet they're racing in stupid cars.
Right. You had enough of Chevy Camaros?
Yeah.
You have?
Yeah.
Is that all you got?
Yeah.
What do you want to talk about now?
I don't know, whatever you put up next, and you can talk about it.
No, we'll stick with Chevy Camaros then.
Wrong one, that one.
Well, let's talk about that, but nobody knows what we're talking about because there's no picture. We'll talk about this. Oh, there it is. It's the Ford XC panel van. No, it's not. It's a it's a Chrysler Drifter SRT rendering. This is what we'd get if we got a modern day panel van. So Chrysler. It's very dark and mysterious, this one. No bright surfy patterns and surfboards on there. But panel vans obviously were a big part of Australia, and was my first car was a panel van. And, just wait till I get my PV hopping. But the Sandman, probably the most well-known, and then we had the, I mentioned the Fords before, the Sundowner, and then the Chrysler Drifter. So they were the ones that were out, but this is what a modern day one would look like. But the guy that did draw this one up, Rain Prisk, is known for creating two-door wagon models on his Instagram page, and he's called it the Dodge Challenger hearse because he's probably not a panel van guy, but he's created a panel van without realising it. So this is a story on, what's this on, Car Advice? Yep. caradvice.com.au?
Yeah.
This one? So
Link
what do you
below in
think?
the show
Should
notes.
manufacturers bring back panel vans? Would there be a market for a panel van today? What do you think?
I think so.
You think they should?
Yeah.
Do you like that one?
Not a big fan of this one. As I said to you, I just think the front looks funny and it's probably too long.
Was it good to be able to fit a bed in the back of a panel
Might
van?
need to be a little bit taller, maybe.
But how would they bring back? You'd have to have a Chevy Camaro panel van or something now, because there's no, it'd be hard. It's sort of like a cross between your wagon and your ute.
Yeah.
What would you get now? You can't be doing that with the utes now because they're massive.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. Well, I don't think we'll ever see it.
No, probably not.
No one will be game to ever do it. Because it's too bloody risky for them. Will they sell them?
You are right, Shane. That is what what the guy designed it as a hearse.
Yes. Yep, that is the Chrysler Dodge
Paulie said
Challenger
it was in the
hearse.
news today about the Corvette deposits, and I've just looked it up as well.
Oh, there you go. So it's off again.
No, not yet. I'll tell you in a second, because I do have the story. I'll quickly go through it. Scott S says, spending money on a racetrack and stuff. Dave, can you blame him for selling it for a big profit?
No, that's true. No, you're talking about Cletus.
Yeah. Paulie says, BMW 5 Series panel van, Dave.
Have they got one?
No, I don't know.
No, that's what we need.
All right, so GMSV issued a bulletin to buyers interested in the C8 Corvette, warning deposits put down at Holden dealers do not guarantee a car. Unfortunately, deposits will not guarantee your purchase of a Corvette when they arrive towards the end of next year. So it says they will arrive. We recommend that all dealers refund these deposits while we finalise the ordering process.
So there's
They
no
did
point
say-
in having a deposit if
They
it
did
doesn't
say
mean you get your
dealers
car.
were never told to take deposits. So if they took one, they did that of their own volition.
Mm.
Right now, we're in the process of establishing GMSV network of dealers and working with working through who will be a dealer and who's not, so we don't know which dealers will get Corvettes and which dealers will be in that network. So I'm assuming that's probably why it doesn't guarantee you a car if you didn't put your deposit down at the right dealership. GMSV says that anyone after an Australian delivered Corvette should register their interest through its online portal.
Scotty S said he doesn't want to bring back the Shagan wagons because it'll devalue his.
Chris Young says transit van is a Shagan wagon. You can stand in the back.
True. If only I'd known what they would be worth in the day. I just didn't think they were ever going to be worth anything.
I think a lot of people did.
Crazy.
Except for that one guy we spoke to. He kept his Bathurst edition Monaro.
Oh, yeah,
And said,
from brand new for
yeah, and
$3.5 grand or whatever it was. $4,000 he paid as an apprentice mechanic, and now it's valued by Shannon's at $550,000. Well,
Yeah.
it was.
And he said
That was a while ago. We spoke to him too.
And he said
He wouldn't
he-
come on
well,
camera. Sorry,
he-
we didn't get that story.
Well, he said he was going to sell it, but then he kept it because he thought to himself it might be worth something one day.
He had a panel van at home too. Do you know that?
No, I didn't. I don't remember. We probably spoke to him about it. So.
And he had the 4-door HJ GDS Monaro
Yeah.
as well. That was there. And he had a panel van at home, and he had the Bathurst edition Monaro as well. So, yeah. There you go. Back to Fords. You want to go back to Fords?
Vex Des says armour deposit means a guarantee.
It's meant to.
I'm a huge Corvette fan, but I'm still not sold on the C8.
I wonder if any of those people with those deposits will take them to court.
Maybe.
Not probably enough people to do a class action.
But who are they going to take to court? Holden?
Or GM. I don't
Well,
know.
they didn't. GMSV didn't take deposits. That'll be what they'll say.
Hope they get their money
Mark
back.
Oliver says, why the hell are they allowed to use the Camaro in supercars, but they are not going to sell them here?
Yeah, that's actually
Pretty good point, yeah.
He's got a pretty good point.
G'day, no more. How you going?
Because we didn't sort of think of that when we talked about the story earlier.
No.
And then got to that story. He's spot on.
Yeah.
That is a really good point.
Yeah, well, especially after I said race on Sunday, sell on Monday.
Yeah, that ain't happening. Because you won't have them here.
Well, I guess if the Mustang wins, you just buy that one. If the Camaro wins, you just go, well, I can't get one.
There is so many Mustangs now, though.
Yeah.
I don't know. They need something else on the market to split them up. But the Mustangs come out and they were a pretty good price point too, which just drove the sales up and kept pedestrians down. But that's just what happened. So, but there is more. There is more Mustangs coming because this one has been confirmed. This one is coming.
Another
Unlike
limited edition Ford Mustang. Another one.
It is. Every week.
There's so many limited edition Ford Mustangs. Can you really call them limited editions now? They're just, this is another edition of the Ford Mustang.
We've had one like nearly every week. And like, there's no way we go to a car show and know, that's that such and such Mustang.
Well, I mean, you might. This one's got a badge on the side.
Well, that'll help.
This is the Mark 1.
Or they could
Mark
maybe
1,
put it on their number
2021
plate for me or something like that.
2021 Ford Mustang Mark 1.
If you're buying one of
It's
these,
a
could you
limited-
please see if you can get the number plate Mark 1 2020 limited edition? So
2021.
2021 limited edition. So I can just see that when I walk up to the car.
And can you put the
film it.
number of which one it is? Because there's 700 of them.
There's 700 of this one.
The price is yet to be announced, but a Ford Mustang Mark 1 is expected to be close to or in excess of $80,000.
Now, price, is that in Australian dollars or what? Because it must be. But price-wise, that's actually not too bad. Like, compared to some of the other ones we've talked about,
Well,
the other limited edition ones have been in the hundreds.
The Bullet was 73,000.
Oh, okay. What was it?
Yeah. Plus on roads.
Oh, actually, that's...
Streetcar Culture says, why is it called Supercars when it has no supercars? See you, Steve Wild says, love the live stream and the great community, but I have to shoot off late night job to fix point of sale or servo shortly. I'll watch the replay.
Thanks,
Have a great
Steve.
night, everyone.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Steve.
Thanks for the
tuning
dono.
in. Thanks for the dono. Legend. Although the 2021 Ford Mustang Mark I is not supercharged, it has the same power as the Bullet from its 5-litre, 345 kilowatts and 556 newton meters, which has a 6 kilowatt bump over the standard Mustang V8. 6 kilowatts.
Yeah, you wouldn't buy a
You
standard.
really feel that.
You wouldn't buy a standard if you'd lose that 6 kilowatts, would you? Why would you do it?
You can get it as a 6-speed manual or Dave's new favourite, a 10-speed automatic.
10-speed automatic. No, like
I'm
a
at the end of
3-speed.
the 8th mile track and I'm in 8th gear. We do some pretty short gearing then. But
Do we have a new subscriber?
Jamie Knight has followed. Thank you, Jamie.
Thanks, Jamie. He's been here chatting too.
Mm-hmm.
So the Mac one has a few other things. It's
Gains
got
a unique grille, front
Yep.
bumper, wheels, spoilers, and underbody aero panels, as well as sport suspension integrated into the Mark I engine. Are revised Shelby GT350 components, including the intake manifold, oil filter adapter, and engine oil cooler.
And later on in years to come, when you're working on one of these and you pull all the panels off underneath, and you're what do I want these for? They're just in the road. They were an extra. They were
But it's unclear whether.
underbody aero panels.
However, though, Ford is yet to reveal if Australian delivered examples will get some or all of these extras.
It has a driver-focused cockpit. Are they not all driver-focused? Like, you've got a steering wheel and pedals.
I don't know. I think one of the most driver-focused cockpits is like the Supra,
Is it?
because you look at it and everything's actually like face to the driver.
Okay, yep.
I think they look really cool.
Do you see it being any different to any other Mustang you've seen in the
Probably
interior?
not.
Not in that picture.
No.
Hmm.
And if it didn't have the badge on the
Something.
side, I'd probably walk past it and go, oh, another Mustang.
It's probably true too. But look, the difference is, what happened to my stories? I've changed pictures. Broken it. What is going on with it tonight? Anyway, there it is again. But I have no idea what I was going to say now. Completely lost it. But the difference is $80,000 for that. Your HSV Maloos and things like that. Well, they were a $90,000 plus car.
Mm.
Right. So they'll get the money for them.
Yeah.
Who's buying one?
Hey, Cryptics, how you going?
Hey, Cryptics. So there you go. Let me fix the slides up and go to the next one. That was a story from caradvice.com.au, which leads to the next story, Tyler.
Does it?
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm reading the comments.
Oh.
Fexdes says I would rather buy anything other than a Mustang, but that's just me.
Oh, I'm not a Mustang driver as well, but I've never driven one either, so maybe my mind could be changed. Maybe they are really good to drive. I don't know. A lot of people like them.
Mm.
I don't know. So, car advice. That's my story, Tyler. Car advice. It's going.
Is it?
Yeah.
9 is ditching car advice.
They are. Why?
I don't know.
You know?
We get a lot of
There's-
news from
there's-
car advice.
We do get a lot of news from car advice, but 9 is ditching car advice and they've got car advice and drive.
Yeah.
They're two brands, but I think they're possibly merging them
Okay.
they're ditching car advice.
9 has
Putting it
decided to
into
get
driven
behind the
drive.
Drive brand as its single platform in the online automotive media space in a transition that will retire the car advice brand. The transition process will commence soon and proceed well into next year. By that time, 9 management expects the combined traffic from the current Drive and car advice sites will create a new clear market leader ahead of Cars Guide editorial and car sales editorial.
Yeah, we do get a lot of stories from there, but which car probably has the best ones? But no, not playing favourites. But yes, I am.
Well, the guy who started, do you know the guy who started car advice?
Barry.
Albor's fella.
Oh, I thought it was Barry.
He started car advice with
What was his
35 Albor's fella, I think it is.
Albor's fella.
Fella? I don't know how to pronounce his last name.
Oh, sorry, Albor's, if you're watching.
I actually spoke to Rob about this because Rob had spoken to him in the Subi Club
Really?
years ago, and then he started up car advice.
Ah,
And I started at $35.
really?
And then sold it for $35 million.
What?
Yeah. I think that was in 20.
Anyone want to buy Overtaking Lane?
He started it with $35 in a domain.
Just kidding.
Yeah. Investing $35 in a domain name to selling his business for a reported $35 million.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's insane. There you go. And then now Channel 9's shutting it down after all that.
Mm.
So now they do have...
In 2016 they bought it. There you go.
Okay. Well, they do have TV shows and...
Mm-hmm. Marv says car advice gets 10 times the traffic of Drive.
Well...
I don't think we've gotten a news story from Drive for a very long time.
No, but soon you will find that when you go to car advice, you will actually be redirected to Drive.
Okay.
Yep.
There you go.
So by next year, we know car advice, you'll just get directed to Drive when you go to that. Is that your phone?
That's yours.
That's pretty random. My phone talking to me. Hey, butt out. You don't have a microphone. So, wants to be part of the show.
Rob says if only I could sell mine for that.
That's insane. But yeah, I guess.
Yeah, they're planning to relaunch Drive, so
Wait and see.
see what happens.
Wait and see what they do with it. They'll steal all the Hyundai stories. That's what they're going to do.
Yeah,
They're going to pinch all our Hyundai stories and electric car stories.
I know.
They might be a bit more refined than me, though. What do you reckon? A bit more professional?
I know. Won't be as fun.
Definitely not. So,
Trevor Smith says I would rather drive than get car advice. Paulie's off. See you, Paulie. Have a good night.
Guru, brother. We've got a couple more stories to go, and before we get into the quiz, what's on, and we got the quiz. Johnny's back for the quiz. Johnny won again. So we had Johnny and Scotty last week. We got Johnny and Scotty again this week. So except it's the role reverse. Scotty's the carryover champion this time. It was Johnny last time. Yeah. But so we'll see who wins in that.
Mm-hmm.
So we do have the quiz coming up for those who are sticking with us.
Yep.
And then the what's on. We'll go through what's on this weekend.
Aaron Fuller's off as well. Sorry, fellas. Got to say goodbye. Have to watch the replay tomorrow. Hope to catch up at the track or a meet soon. Lux will be on track before the end of the year. There you go.
No worries, Aaron. No worries. You've got the podcast there to check out as well now. Hopefully it makes it easier for some people to catch up on the show.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even have comments working on my screen at all. There we go. I think I fixed it. Changes the screen in the background every time I click on something.
Marv says I got more sources for that, Dave.
Good.
And Marv says 3 weeks in a row. Yeah, that is. I guess 3 weeks in a row we've had Johnny.
Yeah.
Because he was the challenger, and then he was the champion, and now he's the challenger.
They are. That's how easily it can be done. You just got to get in and get in the draw.
Yep. Australia's fuel.
Is that next story?
Is among the dirtiest in the world, and we're not doing anything about it.
Now, I think you've talked about this before, right? About we're having cheap, crappy fuel in Australia.
Oh, we've talked about this before, I believe.
Yeah.
Well, we send our good fuel off and buy other fuel in.
It's ridiculous, isn't it?
We don't refine our own fuel, so.
And even though we've got this massive push now to start to look towards zero emission electric cars and there's all this talk about that, we still have really bad fuel that creates a lot of emissions in Australia, and a lot of countries have brought in laws and everything to improve their fuel, which improves a lot of the emissions that they produce. And that could be something that we do right now, but we don't. Right? So, it's just...
G'day, D-Faz. How we going?
It's... It is something that's weird that we have such crappy fuel, and I think I was talking to Dave about the XLs, and in the XL Cup, and we've done the videos in the XLs, and we'll bring you some more footage around some of the Hyundai XL Cup and the championship again later this year, but and those are really close racing, right? Like, I know people go, oh, it's Hyundai's or whatever you might think, but it is extremely close racing, very competitive. 1, 2, 3 horsepower change in your car can mean the difference from 18th spot to first spot. Like, that's how close the racing is in that. Like, just 1 or 2 horsepower can put you, from the back of the field to the front of the field. And now, when it comes to fuel, those guys, it's sanctioned or controlled racing, so they can only use pump fuels, and there's all these rules in place around the engine and whatever they do. They can only use pump fuel, so they could use any pump fuel that you can buy at the servo. So they can get, what is it, E10? They could run that. They could run 91,
95, 98.
They can run any of those. Yeah. But the way that the car came in, because of it was tuned for Australian fuel, there's no real difference for them, he said, if they run 91 or 98. Like, you would think, there'd be great gains in just running 98. But he said it actually doesn't improve any. Like, they've done dyno testing, and they actually don't get any better from 91 to 98. And it's to do with the way that the maps set up in the ECU and stuff, because they can't change that.
Yeah.
To run on the better fuel, it's just to do with our Australian crappy fuel. So I don't know if I explained that as well as I should have. But
we don't have any vehicle emission standards, and our fuel quality is among the worst in the group of the only 6 countries to not have any vehicle emissions in the OECD. With a maximum of 150 parts per million of sulfur for 91 octane regular unleaded, and up to 50 parts per million for 95 or 98. Both of these standards were banned in Europe 10 years ago. So, interesting to see. What's everyone's take on it? Cryptic says Australian fuel, the filthy tart for your fuel tank. It has been 4 weeks. There you go. Johnny says 4 weeks. Correction, tonight is 4. Verselli twice. Scott last week and tonight.
He did well. He's just hanging out with us. Sorry, I'm back.
Says Japanese fuel is A1. Dang Dang says my 80 series won't go above 90 kilometres an hour on 91. It will get to about a whopping 110 kilometres per hour on 98.
There you go. Power gains. So, it's interesting. Their emissions intensity from that fuel 45% higher than Europe's.
Yeah, but no plans to change it until 2027.
Bit behind, are they? And I don't think it's because it's, is it keeping our prices down? Because I don't see that either at the Bowser when I'm
No, it doesn't. It probably doesn't keep our prices down at all.
So, well, they're saying, actually here the government says they would point out that the trade-off is that our dirty fuel is cheap. There you go.
Yeah.
We are ranked the 18th cheapest country in the world to buy fuel, with an average price of US $3.09 a gallon, compared to the US at $2.50, Italy at $6. Ooh, that's a bit pricey. That's double. New Zealand at $4.91, which ranks the 41st in the world for affordability. New Zealand's 2021 plan for a clean car standard and a clean car discount will put a fee on sales of high polluting cars, and money collected from that will be used to fund subsidies for new lower emission cars. So there's probably some other stuff on the other side of all of this that says maybe it's not a bad thing for us because it could get a lot more expensive for us to run our cars without the crappy fuel.
Yeah.
What do you reckon? Do you want your crappy fuel? Where do you go?
BP generally.
Me, United.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, 85. United soon, hopefully. Hopefully sooner rather than later.
There you go. You want
I
another
just
story?
want the sweet, sweet smell of V85 when I start my car.
Mm-hmm.
On the second turn of the key on a cold morning.
Then you got to, then it does get costly because you're buying, M2 additives and there you go. This, if you want to keep running your dirty fuel, you might need to reset your license test. Eh? Did you know that?
I can reset my license test.
You might have to if you want to keep running your dirty fuel.
Okay.
Oh,
Johnny
he's broke
Skippick
it
says
again.
I get more kilometres on 98 than 91. Marv says not as dirty as E10. Rob says 91 Ron fuel in Oz is a dirty fuel. Vexdeath says that's why a fuel filter is so important. Brad says diesel is the cleanest fuel we get here because the new cars won't run on it unless it is. Streetcar Culture says everything Japanese is A1.
Yeah.
Vexdeath says E10 gives you about 18% less kilometres from a tank.
That's a fair drop, 18%.
Skid Pig says cheap fuel, bullshit. Streetcar Culture says everyone has mopeds in Italy.
Yeah, that's because it's $6.
Marv says check the petrol price of Democratic Republic of Congo.
Cheap there, I guess. Is it?
Maybe it's the opposite, I don't know. Marv says United 98 or BP Ultimate, that's the only choices.
Where was it? The
Democratic Republic of Congo. Jay Riley says, how easy is it to find E85 at the Bowser in southeast Queensland, though? I think we've got like 3 or 4 stations on the Gold Coast, if not more now. They just pop up and put an E85 Bowser at every one.
Yeah, I got one on the main road.
Like there's
out
one
to
in
the M1 for
Southport,
me.
there's one on Brisbane Road, there's one in Merrimack, there's one near Willowbank. People are a bit sceptical of how good the E85 might be out of that one. I'm not sure. So,
But I've heard others say it's good.
yeah.
Interesting that when I was typing in the petrol price of Democratic Republic, like it gives me the Google suggested choices.
Mm-hmm.
I got the Democratic Republic of, and it said Brisbane. That was my suggested Google choice. The petrol price of Democratic Republic of Brisbane.
Warwick has 2. That's right. I remember that's Junga Bunga. And the
Yes.
chat says Warwick has 2. I remember someone mentioned that.
It
Probably was Maddie
It was Maddie.
on the weekend. Well, that's good. So if I
It is
Put it on-
$3.83 a gallon.
put the Skyline on E85, I can get some E85 while I'm out there.
Democratic Republic of Congo gasoline prices as of 12th of October 2020 is $3.83 a gallon, which I think is not that far off. Where was that story, Tyler? I've lost the story. There was some pricing in here somewhere.
$3.09
Uh,
a gallon.
So they're dearer. They're $3.83 a
There you go.
gallon. So Democratic Republic of Congo is dearer. That's 95 octane. So, or is it? Hang on. Has it changed? No, it's diesel prices. Jeez,
Okay.
who
All right,
would have
we
thought
better
I was
get on to
searching for that?
Better get on to the next story.
I've already brought it up.
Yeah, we haven't started talking about it yet.
Oh, Well, we're meant to do that tonight. Yeah? No?
Nah.
Oh, okay. Do you want me to go back?
DFaz says Caltex gives me the most kilometres. There you go.
You like BP. You don't like it. I know you don't like Caltex, do you? I'm going back. There you go.
I don't like Caltex. I just like BP.
Okay. Fair enough. Cleaner fuel. Supposedly. I don't know if that's true. They just claim that, don't they?
I think they all claim that they're the cleaner fuel.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. All right.
Road rule quiz exposes drivers who need to be retested to learn their giveaway rules.
Now,
So-
for quite some time, there's been little quiz questions coming up on Facebook and stuff, and we've done some on here as well, right? Because we've
Yep.
seen them coming up. So then we shared some, and they, do the who gives way here, who's
It's the same question. Who gives way here?
is that the same question on every picture?
It's the same question as you just mentioned. This picture is who gives way here.
Oh yeah, no, I just meant they do.
Oh, yeah.
They do. I was gonna. They do that. They do. Which lane has to give way at the end of the?
Yeah, so who gives
merging.
way here?
Yep. It's completely different though.
Yeah, but it still applies the same.
And then it's like,
Still
if
apply.
someone's turning right, it's like, who has to give way?
Yeah, who gives way here?
No, it's different.
Jungabungus is now to scrape the track on the weekend, head out west for 10 days, then be back Thursday to start track prep for the road trip. There you go.
Looking forward to that. Big time. We spoke about that one earlier. We're really looking forward to it. So, the blue car's meant to give away there, by the way, Tyler. Did you know that?
Rob says BP Ultimate has the lowest sulfur of all the others, so less carbon built up. There you go.
Is that why you go there?
Yep.
You've told me something like that previously. So,
Well, I got told by some other people that, like, if your car's tuned on Shell fuel, it won't run as good on BP. But if you get it tuned on BP, then it'll be fine on Shell. And I don't know. I don't know enough about that stuff. I'm just going off of what people have told me. So,
well,
then no, the blue car does not give way here.
you sure?
I'm certain.
Okay.
Jungabunga says you find a box, Dave.
Or sort of. Sort of. We've got some issues with the bell housing at the moment, but yes. Hopefully by tomorrow it's sorted and we'll be freighted on Monday. Fingers crossed. So fingers crossed that who did I say has come to the rescue?
Craig's Autos, I think.
That's it. There you go. Anyway, there's do you think because so many people got the questions wrong that they went, we might have to make everyone reset their license?
Yeah, probably.
Is that how it happened?
Oh, they're just going to put these up and then you're going to get a letter in the mail if you answer wrong in the Facebook comments.
Oh, is that how it works?
Maybe.
There's different ones in there anyway, but there's a few different comments there. One said the blue car has right of way because it's a blue Holden Commodore.
No, they said potentially biased by the blue Holden
Oh.
Commodore that was their Facebook cover photo.
Oh, okay. And Rockhampton, they said whichever one's the P plater. Apparently. And then another one said they're not used to seeing so many cars use their indicator at once. But yeah, there's a potential that
There you go.
you may need to be retested.
Rob's left it in here. Says Shell V-Power fuel density is different. So if tuned on Shell V-Power and then you run BP Ultimate or Caltex Vortex, you will lean the engine out.
Wow.
Jungabunga says bell housing, TH400 bolt up to LS.
The bell housing is cracked on the case that we've got at Craig's. He's only got 2 cases there. The bell housing is cracked, so he was going to put a SVI case on, bell housing on it, like cut that off, put the SVI one on. But there's a 3-week wait on that bell housing. So that's no good. So he's now trying to get another case. He's got 50 of them coming, but they're a month away. So he's down to his last 2, which are both cracked. So
Dang Dang says it's the blue car because it's my Commodore and I have right of way.
they are.
Trevor Smith says whoever is the fastest.
But there's definitely calls that some drivers are forced to take their test again for getting it wrong. So
Jungabungas has been welded.
a lot have, yeah. And Craig's Auto said they could do that, but he really doesn't. They don't want to put their reputation and their guarantee on a welded bell housing, which is a possible issue if we go with a standard case anyway, because they have potential to break.
They obviously crack.
They do. So, all right. I've got to fix up min stories.
The new KTM Crossbow GDX is a $270,000 track toy, and I can't afford it.
You wanted to get yourself a little track toy, didn't you? Oh, you already got one.
Yeah. Austria's KTM is best known for manufacturing motorcycles, but has also produced the lightweight, track-focused Crossbow sports car, or Expo.
Got a 2.5 litre turbo engine in it, which is a modified version of the Audis. How do you reckon that go?
Produces 530 horsepower and 479 pound-foot of torque, and probably weighs about nothing.
That's
so
probably pretty
goes
damn
pretty good.
That's pretty good, isn't it?
Yeah.
Power to weight ratio of 4.3 pounds per horsepower. There you go. It should be capable of setting some blistering fast lap times. There's it's a 5-cylinder turbo engine, that one as well. So,
there you go.
KTM modified the injection valves, the wastegate, the intake system, the exhaust, and the ECU software. So it's sent through a Hollinger, the power sent through a Hollinger MF sequential 6-speed gearbox, while high-performance brakes and 6-piston calipers designed for endurance events provide the stopping power. So
inside, you sit in a Recaro racing seat made out of carbon Kevlar. To ensure that the GDX meets high safety standards out on the track, KTM has fitted a GT homologated roll cage and a 6-point racing harness to make this track toy easier to tame. KTM has also fitted a new adjustable steering wheel with electric power steering, replacing the hydraulic power steering previously used in the Crossbow GT4. The traction control also has 8 adjustable settings to ensure optimal acceleration out of corners and make the car safer to drive on wet tracks, while the ABS can be adjusted in 10 settings to suit different track conditions and balance the car towards understeer or oversteer. No More says, No More isn't too far off finished, then I will test it and then pull apart and paint it. There you go.
Oh, nice.
And also, the side mirrors in the car have been replaced by 2 rear view cameras.
Which is a common thing happening in a lot of cars these days.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see what sort of lap times it can do.
Mm-hmm.
But not road legal, right?
No.
Okay. Now, they've done different ones before that are. Isn't it
There is one, I think, registered in Australia. Probably more, but I know that there was one that they brought
pretty sure
to
it's
the
in an
coast here.
orange-looking one running around.
Yeah, that's the older one.
Okay. And this looks more... Well, this looks safer than it, being the fact that it's like enclosed where the other one's not, right?
Yeah.
I don't know what that thing is, but I've Been cruising down the highway.
It's also
Beside
a
him.
crossbow.
It's a crossbow as well?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I've been cruising down the highway beside him before on the M1, giving him a wave.
Yeah.
So I was in the HJ.
Mhm.
Like, oh, look,
I
you're
remember that.
orange.
Yeah, I think I remember that actually.
You do?
Yeah.
There you go.
And as Marv alluded to in the chat, this is our last story too. So, they're already in the chat. They're already ready to go. There you go. I don't even need to make a call out for them.
We're going to talk EV then.
Yeah. Last story of the night. The Alieno
Before we move to
Arcanum.
quiz. Oops, wrong button again.
Bulgarian company confirms 3,850 kilowatt hypercar.
Can you see it? It's pretty dark. Ooh, bit dark on the screen.
400 have a top speed of 488 kilometers per hour and a range of 1,020 kilometers. And
A
3,000
range of what?
1,020 kilometers.
Okay, that's pretty impressive.
And it's also going to have 3,840 kilowatts.
What?
3,840 kilowatts. And, just shy of 9,000 newton meters of torque.
No. Is
It's the electric hypercar.
right? How many horsepower is that?
5,000 and something. Marv put in the chat 5,200, so it's probably that.
What?
Yeah, 5,149. Dang Dang's out. See you, Dang Dang. Thanks
See
for
you,
tuning
mate.
in.
5,000 horsepower.
Dave Ray says, well, I'll take one of them, please.
And a 1,000k range.
Yeah.
This is
With a top speed of 488 kilometers per hour.
This is by far the best electric car that I've ever heard of.
Mm.
Isn't it?
You can get one in Europe for 1.5 million euros, approximately 2.5 million Australian dollars,
Whoa.
which is an astronomical sum considering no examples have yet been built, and there is absolutely no evidence to suggest the performance claims are possible with current battery technology.
The exterior looks suspiciously like a Lamborghini.
Power will be sent to all four wheels via 24 individual electric motors, 6 on each corner of the car, while the suspension, brakes, active aerodynamics, air conditioning systems, seats and mirrors will be controlled autonomously. In a continuation of implausible claims made to potential buyers and investors, the manufacturer also states that its 60 kilowatt hour race battery pack can be charged from 0 to 100% in just 10 minutes.
Oh, come on.
If accurate, and that's a big if, these specs would make the Arcanum the most powerful, efficient, fast, and technologically advanced production vehicle ever built, and it probably wouldn't cost $2.5 million. It'd probably be close to 10, is my guess.
This is not
like-
April. This is not April 1. You're going to tell me there's an electric car with 1,000 kilometer range, 5,000 horsepower, and 10-minute charging time.
Yeah, but James Bayliss is right. It's on the internet. It must be true. G'day, Dodgy. How you going?
It's on Car Advice.
G'day, Dodgy.
It's on Car Advice. It'll get them. G'day, Dodgy.
Car Advice has contacted Alieno for comment. The story will be updated if more information becomes available. So we'll have to leave this one in the bookmarks and revisit it.
Car Advice will end up disappearing off the internet if they keep running stories like that.
Funnily enough.
There you go. It's gonna look a bit space age there on the interior.
I don't pick the stories, Marv. Dad picks the stories.
What did I miss?
It says, I'm so shocked that Tyler didn't pick the Skyline story for this week.
Oh, yeah. I did the stories.
Chris Young says, it sounds a bit like my 4 Hayabusa motor transit van.
Oh, man. That's...
Dodgy Brothers says, I've been into electric cars for over 10 years now. These figures are BS.
There is no way.
Not with the current technology. Like, that's, possibly achievable in the far future, but not anytime soon.
It's going to, break the sound barrier or something. Hey? Surely. 5,000.
So you'd think with 5,000 horsepower, it would surely be able to get, a little bit further away from the Veyron and the what's the other big Addy?
That's,
Like top speed wise.
yeah, it's like a
Like the acceleration in that's
it's like
probably
top fuel.
it's halfway there.
Should run up against all the nitro funny cars. Yeah, okay, that's crazy. We'll have to do a quiz.
Cryptic says if they don't physically exist, then it's no different to me saying I got a car in development that's got 10,000 horsepower and 20,000 torque.
Yeah, I guess you can just say
Yeah.
yeah. Well, Overtaking Lane's been talking about developing car. Can we get a few stories on the internet if we talk about the car we're developing?
It's got an electric Barra with 61 turbos.
There's I think there's a picture of it here. This is it. Can you bring that picture up? There's a picture. There's a picture of it. Our car in development. Tyler's working on it now. He's developing it. What did we say? What's it got in it? 61 turbos.
Yeah, it's an electric Barra.
Are the turbos electric? Or?
No, they're real.
From the electric emissions. We've got special electric emissions.
Yeah.
Runs hair dryers and
Yeah.
beard blowers. And it looks something like this. What a great car. Who wants one? Put your orders in now. Get your deposits in.
Marv says electric Barra sold. I'll buy 10. Chiron, thanks, Marv. I couldn't remember what it was called.
Funny stuff. It must be quiz time.
Yeah. Quickly, Dodgy Brothers says you only need to do some simple math to realize that it is physically impossible to charge that fast. You would need battery cables the size of tree trunks and plug directly into a power station.
It's 10 minutes.
Fex Death says, haha, my dream car. Rob says the Homer.
That's it. I could design something like that.
Fex Death says, I have one, a Hot Wheels one. There you go.
All right. Quiz time. We got some quiz music, Tyler. Bring it on. You do that every time. Welcome to the quiz. I don't know, Tyler, quiz. We need like a line to say there. I don't know, we've got nothing. It's just welcome.
G'day, Scotty and Johnny. How we going?
G'day,
Good
g'day.
boys. G'day.
Hey. What's happening out there in the world these days, guys? I say, actually, Johnny's got news. Johnny, what's going on at your place?
Well, the race car, Skid Pig, is actually now a V8.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah, put her in last night.
That's the go, mate. That's the go.
Yeah, with the help of a couple of mates. So
Now,
Yeah.
a bit more work to go to be able to get it to start up time.
yeah. I got to see. I didn't have all the right bits and pieces at the time there, but
It's in.
I've got to try and find bolts for the starter motor. I've got to fix up one of the extractors actually because I've got a high volume sump. It's actually hitting the sump, so I've got to somehow do a bit of notching in that to get that moved out of the way.
Oh,
Yeah,
right.
still a fair bit to go, but hey, she's in.
Is it hitting by a lot?
Well, she's rubbing up against it.
Yeah, I'll hammer to the extractors, mate, will fix that problem.
No, not this one.
Oh, no.
Need to do a pie cut out of it by the looks. But in saying that too, doing that will straighten it out a bit too at the back.
Fair enough. I was going to say I've watched them din up a set of headers on Engine Masters to
Yeah, I've seen that episode too.
yeah, and it didn't make any difference, did it?
No, they had to really choke it to make some difference out of it.
So anything exciting down your way, Scotty?
No, mate, I just watched the video with the bloke who needs some sidewalls on his tyres so he can hook up.
I think I had more problems with the clutch than the tyres, to be honest.
Yeah, a bit of both.
It was,
It was a pretty long burnout. 8th mile burnout's not bad.
Yeah, there was all clutch smoke.
Yeah, nice clutch
Yeah.
burnout.
That
Yeah.
didn't look too good on the first run.
No. And it was the first run too. What a way to ruin your day, do that in the first go. Hey?
Yeah.
And then
If anything on the first run, when I went down there, I didn't do any burnout at all. I just went around the water and took it steady off.
Well, everyone said don't
Mind you, I was in
do
the
a
auto at the
burnout on street tyres. You know that.
Yeah.
Once you get a bit of heat into the street tyres, they actually get slipperier. So.
Yeah.
And you know that's why I only sort of half spun them just to get the water off. I guess just to clean the tyres. Not that helped me any. So I'm pretty sure I can run a set of 17s. It didn't help me any, no. I'm pretty sure I can run 17s on the back of that, so we'll probably see if we can get some radials and, go from there.
Yeah. At least some sort of semi-slicks anyhow.
It'll be completely different with the with 3-speed and and a bit of giggle gas.
That's it.
Yeah.
Well, with the manual, you need something to take the shock out of the gear changes too, because it's easier on the clutch and better traction. Whereas the auto does that for you, so you should be better off straight away, or will be better off straight away.
Yeah.
You gonna have a trans brake built into it as well? Or?
No trans brake. We've got a 4,000 RPM stall, so that'll be enough. Foot brake.
Yeah.
It'll probably only get to 2.5 or so foot brake anyway. But yeah, won't need the trans.
As long as it matches the rev range, it's the main thing.
Yeah.
That's the issue I had to deal with mine.
It does. So, the trans brake is a bit extra cost once you go trans brake as well, because you have to upgrade your input shaft and stuff as well.
Yeah.
So, but there'll be no engine braking because we'll put the case saver in it. So, yeah, we'll probably wear out a few more brake pads. Because it'll be
external cooler as well.
Yes, external cooler. Yep.
That was one of the first things I bought when I got the transmission back.
Definitely.
Mm.
So yeah, we'll have a bit of fun with it. Hopefully, it all happens in time for road trip. Otherwise, Tyler might have to run the Skyline for road trip, and then he's in a whole nother class because he's in the boosted class. Although if we put the gas on the ute, it's in the boosted class too.
Yeah.
So we'll see how we go.
Dodgy Brother says, was this at Warwick on the weekend? No, this was a couple months back. There is another video coming though from Warwick on the weekend when I went out there. So,
and I think Tyler
didn't send a clutch.
Yeah, and Tyler didn't put the time. Like, luckily for me, getting to run Greg's car, I got to run some quicker times.
Yeah.
But my fastest time of the day. Well, do you want to mention? Is it a question? We won't mention that yet.
It is a question.
I'm just glad you didn't money shift.
Yeah, no, that's right. But the fastest time is very important to know
remember.
that.
Yeah.
To see, because you've got to see what Tyler goes in. How did we compare? Weeks and weeks apart. So
yeah.
So two different
Should
cars.
give him a go in the Chrysler.
We should have. But it'll be interesting to see how the Ute went versus how the Skyline went. So different horsepower ratings, different setups. A lot of different stuff. So, but see where we end up.
Mm-hmm.
And before we end up racing each other, right?
Yeah.
Although I've gone and changed my car already. Does that
Yeah. That'll be fine.
Okay.
I'll fix my tacho and I'll take you down.
Oh, look at that. Done.
Ooh, them's fighting words.
He did all right. He looked like he was having a lot of fun out there. All right, quiz master.
It is quiz time. Let's test some buzzers first. Johnny
Johnny.
and Scott.
Scotty.
Hang on, I haven't got my
Perfect. Well
score
done.
pad. I better just open one on here. Okay.
All right. Question number 1. Where did my R33 debut on the drag strip last weekend?
Scott
Scott?
at Warwick.
Correct. Question number 2. Each of these manufacturers has the car, truck, and motorcycle class wins record at Dakar, but who has the most out of them? Is it A, Mitsubishi, B, Kamaz, or C, KTM?
Scott.
Scott?
KTM.
Correct.
Oh, I would have said
Lucky
Mitsubishi.
guess.
Now, Mitsubishi has 12 wins in the Pajero. Kamaz has 17 in their various trucks, but KTM had won the past 18 motorcycle Dakars.
So it was like the furthest off. If I had to guess Mitsubishi, I was like, that would have been the worst. You were thinking the same,
somehow
Johnny?
I had that question all the way around, eh?
It was because of the bikes and, yeah.
Yeah. And now they've got ATVs in it now too.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Question number 3. In what country is the Goodwood Festival of Speed held?
Johnny.
Johnny?
UK.
Correct.
2-1. 2-1.
Question number 4. What year was the last Australian F1 World Champion crowned? Is it A, 1980, B, 1981, or C, 1982?
Scott.
Scott?
1980.
Correct. Well done.
Bugger.
I had my finger hovered over the green, the red button there when you were going 1980.
I was thinking it was a trick question. I could only remember 1980 for Alan Jones, but
That is correct.
yeah, whatever it is. Yeah, it was. It was Alan Jones.
It was Alan Jones.
Yeah.
Well done, mate. Well done. You got 3. 3, Johnny. You're on 1.
Question number 5. What was the first Porsche twin turbo model? Was it A, the 911 Turbo, B, the 917, or C, the 959?
Scott.
Scott?
The 959.
Incorrect. Johnny?
What was the second one? The 917.
917 was
What was-
B, yep. And A is the 911 Turbo.
Yeah, I think it was a 917.
It was. The 917 was Porsche's dominant Le Mans winner of 1970, which had a twin-turbo flat 12 motor that produced over 1,500 horsepower at the end of its racing life.
I think 911 Turbo was just like a
bit of a trick
It
question.
was a
Trick
trick
answer.
Yeah, because it's got the word turbo in it. 3 to Scott, 2 to Johnny.
Question number 6. Which of these models is used by highway patrol officers in Australia? Is it A, the Chrysler 300C SRT8, B, BMW 5 Series, C, Kia Stinger, or D, all of the
Scott.
above? Scott?
Johnny.
D.
That is correct. It is all of the above.
I had a feeling it was going to be in all of the above.
I got caught out on that sort of question last time.
Yeah.
I was waiting for it, and yeah.
Question number 7. In a recent video, what power did the Ute make on the dyno?
Scott.
Scott?
482.
Correct.
That's 5 to Scott, 2 to Johnny.
There you go. Question number 8. In the video, we saw a police car at the drags. What was this police car used for back in the day?
Johnny.
Johnny?
It was a thing they called Cop This, Cop That to promote road safety or something with the drags and that, or keep it off the street sort of thing.
Correct.
Operation Drag.
That is correct.
Yeah. They had a VS Commodore as the other one, which was Cop That. Or was it Cop This?
One of the two.
Yeah, one of the two. Yeah, they had the Falcon and the Commodore there as well.
Yeah, and I had a chat to that guy. I didn't get it on camera, but that's one of the original ones. So It's not
Yeah.
not a replica. That's the original one from back in the day. He just bought it. He bought it off of eBay, actually.
There you go. Not a bad
Good
purchase.
old eBay.
Yeah.
5-3 with a couple of questions to go.
Question number 9. What did Dave hurt in the ute on his first run down the strip?
Johnny.
I don't know.
I couldn't call it, but that's
Yeah.
you, Quizmaster.
I think
Johnny?
Scotty came through first. Was quieter than Johnny, though. So, Scott?
He
What?
hurt the clutch and his pride.
I was going to say his ego.
Thanks, guys. That is 6-3.
Question number 10. What was Dave's best time in the ute?
Scott.
Johnny.
Scott.
That was close again.
Scotty?
It was an 8-8, and I can probably be precise. 8819.
Correct.
8819.
That is
Correct.
correct. Well done. And
I took notice of that, hoping that it'd be the question.
Same here.
8819. What?
And
I wonder what Tyler wrote.
Tyler put it up in the subtitles. It was at 70 something, 79 mile an hour.
I think so, yeah, 79.
And then he did a...
Yeah, because you put it up as a subtitle on the thing, so I thought, he's going to ask this as a question.
I
was up him tonight. I was like, why didn't you put my
And then
times up in the
898
Centura? They
afterwards.
were, I said, why didn't you put me Centura times up? They were quicker.
Yeah.
And
Centura was 772.
Did I mention it? Did I?
No, I saw it on the... yeah, it was something on there.
Yeah.
You did mention something. Yeah, it was on there.
Wasn't. Yeah, I think I mentioned it when I come back around and talked to Greg because he thought it was quicker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He thought I would have done a low 7, but yeah, I was short shifted. So, I hope that wasn't a question. No,
it wasn't. We're at the end.
We're at the end.
The bonus question was what car did Greg lend to Dave to have a go in the strip?
Scott.
You want to be Johnny? Yeah.
Either of you can
Either
go.
or.
Doesn't
Yeah.
matter.
Go, Johnny.
Yeah, it cries a Centura with a turbo strapping onto a Hemi 6.
Nah, Hemi 8.
360 Magnum.
Hemi 8?
Yeah.
360 Magnum in that one.
So it's not a Hemi then. It was a 360.
Ah, no, it's a 360. It's yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
You
nice
used to
little
have a
motor,
Hemi
that.
6 in it,
Yeah.
didn't it?
Not that I know of. It used to be supercharged,
Right.
and he's
Because
taken
looking at the hole on the
supercharged.
bonnet there, it looked like it was like a 6-cylinder
No, it just
at one
was.
stage.
Yeah, just the.
They probably come standard with a 6 maybe.
Oh yeah, it does. But yeah,
It
Yeah.
did have one. It did have one.
it was a supercharged 360, and then he took the supercharger off and put the whirly boy on there.
Mm.
So, and that's
Definitely spat some flames out, that's for sure.
yeah. Did it?
That's
I
what
didn't
happens
see
when
that
you
bit.
shift it into
Yeah,
neutral.
when you neutral shifted.
Oh yeah. That was limiter.
It was nearly a
Reverse
money
pattern.
shift.
Yeah.
Bang bang crack. Yep. It was like whoops.
Mm.
And Greg just has a laugh at me and says, "Go again."
That was cool. Yeah, go again. Go again. Go one more time. I got to go soon.
Yeah.
There was some
great
good
guy.
Simo footage there too. That would some bloody good Simo footage there.
Oh, so it was just awesome. It was a great day. I really,
Mhm.
I wonder. I would have been interested to see how it would have went with that last run. But yeah, it that's a car that's capable of 9 seconds on the quarter. So not bad that he sits there and throws the keys to you after you've just done 5 passes ever on the track in your life that morning and says, "No,
See you,
here,
Chris Young.
here, take it." And I'm like, "You sure? I've never even driven it on anywhere, let alone on a drag strip." And he's like, "Yeah, you'll be right. Off you go." So,
Yeah, just
Good on him.
oh, brilliant.
Just make sure you take note of what time Dad run. It'll be important.
To see whether Tyler's quicker or slower. Maybe we need to do a poll and throw that out on. We can do like in that community tab on YouTube. We can do a poll. And
Sadly,
see who
I
thinks
think-
who thinks I'll be quicker or Tyler will be quicker.
To be honest,
what do you
if
guys
Tyler
think?
can get it down, I think he might get you on this one. But when you get the auto in, it's going to be really close.
Now, I'm not sure what the weight of the Skyline is, but it's still.
Yeah. But see, I think
it's
he
a
might have
lighter
to,
car, but
see, the thing is, it's
yeah, he's only got what about
depending on the
350
clutch he's
horsepower?
got too.
1,300 kilos.
Okay, so it's
1,360.
So it's about the same weight as the HJ. So it's a much lighter car.
Same as the Q.
Nearly 1,800 kilos for the Ute.
And we've had a slight run on a bit of a highway run with the HJ and the Skyline.
Yeah, in Mexico.
And how did that go, Tyler?
Yeah, well, you took off before I shifted down, and then I pretty much I didn't pull on you.
You couldn't
in that. I
didn't lose ground, but you couldn't catch up.
But I couldn't catch up.
Yeah. So and the HJ's got 380 horsepower. You're running about 350. Approximately, we don't know for sure. But
it's supposed to be running 350 at 18 psi, but it runs 14. So
it could be a bit lower. The Ute, on the other hand, is up at 480 horsepower.
Yeah,
so certainly got more horsepower, a bit more torque there.
Yeah, but you look at the power to weight factor into it.
And the boost is, you certainly feel the boost come on in the Skyline. So what do you reckon?
Once you put the auto in the Ute, it'll obliterate the Skyline till he does something to it.
You reckon it'll make massive difference?
Big difference.
Yeah, especially in the quarter.
So it'll be interesting.
But as the time sits right now, I think Tyler might get you on that if he can get the power down to the wheels.
Yeah,
get the takeoff just at the right moment.
I was surprised at the times. So, and then and how long have we got to wait till we see that video? What, another 6-7 weeks, Tyler, before you bring that out? No, no, you just got to drag everyone along that long. No,
5 days.
Oh.
I just want to see Tyler smoke the tyres. Hey, Marv, what do you think?
Marv.
Yeah, exactly.
We
I think Marv wants to see it.
Another 400.
I bet Marv wants to do it.
Another 400 subscribers for him to smoke the tyres, is it?
Yeah. And then put a set of slicks on there. Well, not slicks, but
maybe
some decent street tyres.
Maybe you can just smoke up your $60 street tyres and get some new ones.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I'll get some.
I'll do it.
I'll do it when we get 5,000 subs. Because it's the 5,000 subscriber special. We did say that. So.
Yeah, we can just smoke them up on the strip. So do it legally. There you go. Or
I know where there's a pad.
Or at Fridays.
Yeah, could do that.
We'll be at Fridays.
You got
as well.
Maddo's. Could be Maddo's.
And then I could also
there is a pad out this way.
That and send them as well.
Go all in. Bit of limited bashing. All right. Thanks, guys. We better do a bit of what's on.
John, the Skyline's a R33.
Which is there John on the
Yeah, there's a John in the chat.
Yeah, another. Yeah, right. Okay.
Not you, John.
Oh yeah, John Barr. Yeah. I see now. I see
you're Johnny.
The things coming up. So.
Yeah, you're Johnny.
Yeah, Johnny. Little Johnny. Little Johnny.
All right, guys. We'll let you go back to the back to the chat
Catch
while
you
we
guys.
do the what's on.
No worries.
And Scotty, we'll see you again, and we might or might not see Johnny again. Johnny, you could be the most. You could get the record for the person to be on the most consecutive weeks without winning consecutively.
Well, I think I am at the moment at 4.
So you got to be in it to win it, though, right?
3.
You got to be in it to win it. So anyone can. That was the luck of the draw. You got the roll of the dice.
Yeah, get on the Discord, guys. It's brilliant. Just get on here for fun. We're not doing sheep stations, that's for sure.
No, that's right. That's right. It's just a bit of a laugh and win or lose, who cares, right? So there you go. But I think Tyler's already set up the new giveaway. So if anyone wants to have a crack at being in the draw for next week to come on and take on Scotty, and or it could be Johnny again. We'll wait and see. Luck of the draw, because I reckon Johnny will go in there again now. He'll going to stretch the
Done.
record. All right, thanks Johnny, thanks Scotty. I'll let you guys go.
Thanks, boys.
See you again next week, Scotty.
Have a good week.
Cheers, guys, and we'll head on over to What's On.
Mm-hmm.
There we go.
Dodgy Brothers says, so what you were saying, the most consistent loser.
Well, he was a carryover for a week
Yeah.
in there. So it was it 1 or 2?
One, I think.
One. He
I
was,
can't remember. I think it was one.
It was a carryover in there, so he did get some wins in that as well.
See you, Mad Dad. Mad
See you,
Dad's
mate.
off. Cryptics is off as well. See you later.
I'm going to get the right page up here so we can go through the What's On.
Well, I can start. Doesn't look like we have any events on Friday except for probably Munchies.
Just the Munchies. Munchies is on. Broken in again.
On Saturday, breakfast at Joe's, 7 a.m. till 10:30 at Joe's Diner Eagle Farm, just off the highway. Go and check it out. It's a nice place there. Cheap feed. And always some awesome cars getting around there. Cars and Coffee Gold Coast, 7:30 till 9:30, 238 Mudgeerbar Road in Mudgeerbar.
I just got sent that one, actually. I just opened that up. Someone sent me a message.
There you go. QDRC 2020 official event. Willowbank, 12 till 9. Cardi Gras in Ipswich, at the Ipswich Showgrounds, 1
QDRC,
p.m. till 5 p.m.
Is there spectators on out at QDRC?
I'm not sure.
Those want to get some drag racing action in. Everyone should shout out and message them and tell them that they should invite Overtaking Lane out there to live stream it for them. And then we could bring it out for everyone.
It looks like there is spectators, so you just got to go through their website.
How much for a ticket? $20?
Yeah.
It's usual Willowbank pricing.
Mm-hmm.
Not too bad.
Hot Rod Classic and Muscle Car Show on at Redcliffe Showgrounds, 4 p.m. till 7:30. Ripley Cruise Night, the Ripley Town Centre, 4 p.m. till 9 p.m.
Over at Ipswich.
And 5:30 p.m. the Cool Chrome Bumper Park Up, Guzman Y. Gomez in Burleigh.
Well, that's local.
Sunday, October 18, Cruise to Rotary Revival is on.
So that means that Rotary Revival is on.
Yep, Rotary Revival is on from 9 a.m. till 5 p.m. at Queensland Raceway.
Does that one have spectators, mate?
I would assume so. Queensland Raceway's had spectators for a little while now.
There you go.
I can have a quick look into that. Laps at the Lake is on, Lakeside Park, 7:30 till 9 a.m. Coffee and Cars at Terranora. The Pavilions Marketplace, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. That one's back.
The return of it. It has been a while. And then there's another one up at Waterloo Bay Hotel from 10 a.m. as well. Halloween special. Brisbane's Car, Bike, Truck Show by the Bay. So good crew up there for that one. They always put on a good event as well. So you're trying to find out about spectators for Rotary Revival and it doesn't tell you anything?
Not that I can see at the moment. I think you have to enter online. Yep. Spectators ticket, $20 online pre-sale.
There you go.
So go to rotaryrevival.com.au if you're interested in heading out to that one.
All right.
That is correct, Dodgy. I always get it wrong. I always call it Guzman Y. Gomez instead of Guzmani Gomez as it is.
Yep.
Yeah. As Y is pronounced E in Spanish.
I don't think I even say either.
I usually just call it GYG or Gij.
Gij.
Yeah.
Gij for short.
Yeah. Because we're Aussie, you know, everything's got to be shortened.
Well, it should be Gij. Just put an O on the end of it, you know, like Dave-O.
John, Vic events, lockdown sucks, no events sucks. Yeah. Once if you ever notice any on and we don't put them on the show, just send them in to us through Facebook or email.
For all you people in lockdown, they're the ones that should message like Willowbank and say, hey, invite Overtaking Lane out to live stream it.
Yeah.
And we'll go and live stream out there things like QDRC. And
Fexdes says anything in New South Wales South Coast.
although I do have to dig some ditches and get ready for a slab going down on Monday. New South Wales South Coast, was it? Or North Coast?
South Coast.
Oh. That's all right. They
Is
didn't
the,
have anything on North Coast either. So.
Greenway muscle cars and bikes on at Wetherill Park.
That's not quite South Coast.
Isn't
That's
it?
Wetherill Park's a bit closer to Sydney.
But
it's
there's this,
in the
this
state.
This isn't Coast either. This is Central West Car Club Charity Show and Shine at Alexandra Street in Parks.
Oh, Parks. It's like Dubbo.
There's Cars and Coffee in Heathcote.
Heathcote. Yeah. Okay. Yep. What else we got? Where's the cars?
Oh, that's in
Heathcote?
30. That's in 31st of October. Sorry,
Oh,
I'm
okay.
too many weeks ahead for that one.
Didn't give you enough event.
Madden's Plains. Where's that? Southern Muscle Car
don't know.
monthly car meet at Sublime Point, Princes Highway, Madden's Plains, New South Wales, on the 18th,
Actually, I have no idea. what that is.
11:30 till 2:30. This is a 05 dyno show and shine at Shipley Drive in Rutherford. That's on the 16th and the 17th.
Mm-hmm. That's tomorrow.
Lots of Repco catalogs events.
Stealing the limelight there, aren't they?
Yeah, I can't really find anything else. There you go.
That's about it. Not a lot. Not a lot. Still struggling.
Yeah,
for car events in
31st,
New South
31st, the Heathcote one is on. Fex, so don't head out there this weekend.
Wales. There you go. Only if you're within 5Ks.
No, it's Victoria's 5Ks.
Oh.
think.
Wrong one.
And also the Halloween special. Did we mention that? Brisbane Car, Bike, Truck Show by the Bay at Waterloo
did.
Bay Hotel, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m.
Awesome group. Go and support those guys. They're a great club. Great club. So that's about it. That brings us to another week, mate.
That's it.
Couple of hours down on a Thursday evening. Thank you for joining us. Having a couple of
Oh, we
bevies.
got the wheel. Sorry, I almost missed the wheel.
Oh,
The Marf Hoff wheel.
we got reminded. What's in the comments? We'll find those.
F Cancer says Cryptics. You turned me sound down.
Whoops. My wheel.
And I'll say it. Math. Listen, it's math. Math one.
Ooh. Did he win again?
Yeah. Well, Marf.
Won again.
As we call him here.
What did I miss in chat? Did I miss something? Do we have to mod someone out of chat? No?
What did we miss?
I don't know. I missed it completely.
All right.
So just looking back at the conversation. But it is, there you go. 4 to go. He's catching up big time.
Mm-hmm.
That's a few in a row too. He's all tuned up. That's got to be enticement to get that crustita happening.
Mm.
Definitely.
John Young says maybe after this COVID, you guys may be able to come over to Britain to do a live stream from Santa Pod.
Wow.
You'll have to let them know to get us over there.
Yes.
We'd love to.
We'd go, yeah, imagine that. We're happy just to travel around Australia, let alone do any of that. That'd be pretty amazing.
Mhm.
I'd like to just see those big bloody wind turbines at the end of the track and stuff at Santa Pod, hey? It just amazed me looking at the footage from Santa Pod all the time. It just looks very surreal for me compared to, Warwick.
Yeah.
Compared to this, place with these big wind turbines and stuff on the end of the track, and completely different setup, isn't it? So pretty impressive stuff. Yeah.
Mm.
All right. Well, that
Brings us to the end.
That brings
James
us.
Bayless, great show as always. To all of the OTL crew and everyone else, take care and stay in the right lane.
Thank you, guys. Everyone,
See you, Nan. Nan's off.
Everyone here is part of the OTL crew. That's for sure. Here every week, tuning in and
even
making
to
us
those
come
who
back
don't
and keep doing it.
Even to those who just watch and don't drop into the chat, and those in the listening to the podcast, thank you.
Yes, definitely. Shout out to all you guys because you don't often get a mention, but we know you're there, and we keep doing this show every week because you are there. But don't forget our Tuesday videos. Our next one's very important, so you can see who is quicker, Dave or Tyler, Skyline or Commodore.
Yeah,
the big challenge.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
yeah.
It is the big challenge, isn't it?
It is.
We need to race each other at some point, don't we?
Yeah.
So we'll have to watch out for a test and tune at work. Get out there and have a crack against each other.
Yeah. No prep.
No prep. Challenges on for no prep. So we'll see. Straight off the trailer. One and done. All right.
Trevor Smith says, "May the trans break be with you."
Oh, John's just chucked
Thanks,
us a
John.
$5. Thank you,
Legend.
mate. Thank you. Appreciate that. Thank you so much. If it wasn't for you guys, we wouldn't have a show because we'd just be sitting here talking to each other and we'd get pretty bored of that pretty quick, wouldn't we?
Mm-hmm.
So thank you guys. You make this happen. So
Johnny says, "Might have to do a three-way battle."
yeah, bring it out. It's not too far from home for you either. So you're closer than us. What a great show, guys. Another great Thursday night. Thank you so much for being here, and we'll see you in the right lane.
Rocket in the next one.
You can call me stupid. Yes, you can call me sheep. You can say I'm lazy. You can say I'm weak. You think that using her would get to me. And if you're right, then you're in trouble, D. 'Cause I won't break, no, I know I won't wait. You're in trouble, D. But when it comes to her, you better keep it sealed. Don't you dare say a single word, or I will strike you where it feels. You think that using her would get to me, and if you're right, then you're in trouble, D. 'Cause I won't break, no, I know I won't wait. You're in trouble, D. down in the dirt. Down